right back, Charlie.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Because you always use that active red flag defending. I think it's like because you always use that active red flag defending. I think it's like because you always use that active red flag defending. I think it's like
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Are we live? Of course we're live. People deluded, I'm back again. Appreciative to you lot, whether you're locked in on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you're cross-following. YouTube ones, please make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. Hope everyone's blessed. Hope everyone's doing well and safe. Hope you're all enjoying your weekend. And as usual, it's another watch-along, people. It's West Ham United against Arsenal. We need to bounce back from dropping 2 points against Liverpool. The league, where the title is concerned, is, you know, the lead at the top of the league has been cut short, obviously, after Manchester City battering Leicester. Can't imagine any of you hoped on Leicester to win. Simply put, Arsenal need to win today. So do West Ham. They're fighting for their lives. Last season, this game saw a 3-3 draw. I want it to be boring, Arsenal, really. I want to turn up, win the game, and go home with the greatest of respect. Smash the like button, comment, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. I hope you're doing well and safe. And all of that. Again, on that topic as well, where this mic is actually not plugged in. So I think we're using the computer, which is a jar. As you can see, it's our madness. I got in at 5 a.m. We make no excuses, people. Let's plug this in. Please don't give me nonsense. Please, it's Sunday, the Lord's Day. Change that. And hopefully, yeah, I should be sounding slightly better, although the other way would be preferred. But testing, all right, cool. Stop shouting, making a scene. Allegedly, Tierney, you know, again, so yesterday on Twitter, people were saying, boy, but Bukayo Saka's taking Zinchenko out of his fantasy league team. Zinchenko hasn't started and things. Get your opportunity in, really. So yeah, big up you lot in the comment section. I can't lie, I've been moving things around, and it's only when you move things out of a room you're more aware of the echo. I'm more conscious of my voice. Big up yourself, Red Minerals. You're a harsh guy, man. I started at 1 p.m. In fact, at 12:59, you're saying I'm late. Allow me. I won't be paying my late fine for this one, man. Big up everybody tuned in. Someone said, DG, show your goal again. I mean, that's a one-goal wonder. Why not? The people want me. Zinchenko can have his inverted stuff, something like, you know, on the right page. But yeah, that's that. What's the lineup again? I don't know myself. There's been rumors about Tierney. Let me actually try and find that lineup. I'll get that sorted for you lot to the left and the right of myself in just a second. In fact, it's out now. I'm still here, people. Let me do the boring part. I tried to cheat the game, with the exception of Kieran Tierney, because I had a feeling these rumors were true. Tierney is in, Zinchenko is out, people. Now, boy, we're getting good options. We've got Tierney, a more traditional left back. We've got Zinchenko, who has lifted up this club in terms of our general play. Again, it makes me I'm not confident in Zinchenko, but we get a bit defensively. But the problem with that is obviously Granit Xhaka, Odegaard, and Zinchenko in particular, they're kind of the nucleus of our team. So we all need to step it up. Obviously, Saliba isn't playing no part in the press conference. Big up to everyone who's part of that watch along yesterday. I think Arteta has been the most clear he ever could be. Definitely in Saliba's case, really. He said he's still out for a few weeks now. Obviously, today and next week we're playing Southampton. Hopefully, Saliba is back for Manchester City. Tough game to come back, and obviously he's not going to be the fittest, but big up to Rob Holding, respectfully to West Ham, because they should be trying to take him on and things. We should be able to get over this period with Rob Holding. And to be abundantly clear, to be fair, there's been times Holding could have done better in the games he's played. He's not put a foot wrong. Hopefully that continues today. If I'm honest with you, that's the best game I've seen from Rob Holding against Liverpool in a minute, probably ever, really. Probably the one game that Rob Holding in particular is not going to be part of the, let me move forward, part of the highlights reel. You've got Cresswell. I mean, you know what to expect from West Ham. It sounds cliche. They've got David Moyes, who's a good manager and an experienced manager at that. Smash the like button, people. Can we get to 100 likes? 54 minutes until kickoff. They've got talent. You know, Declan Rice is always linked with Arsenal. Cresswell's a decent, tricky customer. Bowen, certain people tried to compare him to Saka. I don't quite agree with that, but they did, didn't they? So yeah, they've got quality. Paqueta, a player many Arsenal fan wanted at a period of time. So you've got Fabianski, Kafal, Zuma, Kahir, Cresswell, Rice, Souček, I'd imagine. Yep, we've got Mr. Souček, number 28. Sure, I can't lie, these lights are burning, man. I have to put the fan. Souček, who else is there? I just said Paqueta again. If West Ham were to get relegated, a couple of their players will get moves. I'm sure Paqueta, not that he set the world alight over there, but I'm sure he'd be someone. So you've got a midfield of Rice, Paqueta, Souček. There's quality there. Mr. Bowen, 747. To be honest, I wouldn't be against Bowen as part of the Arsenal squad as a little backup for Bukayo Saka. And just as I always do, I try and look at what's going on in the latest news for Arsenal. There's a couple things we could go over if you lot want. Again, but the whole reason as to why I love doing these watch-alongs with you lot, people, is because it's a chance to interact with you guys. So any comments, thoughts, opinions, predictions, score predictions, all of that stuff, get it in, people. Antonio... And again, you know what we kind of covered this yesterday. You know what to expect with Mikel Antonio, the Jamaican international. In my opinion, Haaland's all right. He's the best striker in the league, along with Bobby Reed. But yeah, that's the lineup. Quick and easy. Let's export that. West Ham versus Arsenal 2023. Let's just call it that because we'll immediately know. Bish bash bosh. West Ham. Arsenal 2023. To the left and right of me, you can see our team, people. For my Arsenal fans, you've got Aaron Ramsdale, Benjamin White, Rob Holding, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli. For the home side, West Ham United, you have Fabianski, Kofal, Zuma, Kahir, Cresswell, Rice, Souček, Paqueta, Antonio, Benrahma, and Bowen, people. So yeah, what do we make of that? You must get 3 points or it's peak. You say that, bro. We're trying to get Champions League. You know, I don't look at the league table, man. I don't know. It's peaker than peak. A year from now, I'll still be talking about Kim. Bro, you need to get over that. You must get. Oh, I already saw that. Nice team. DG, did you hear? Bournemouth said London is red. Shout out to Bournemouth. Bournemouth at home ain't easy, bro. It's not an easy game at all. Scamacca fell off a cliff. He had some potential before the West Ham move. It won't surprise me. Them kind of guys, they go back to Serie A and they rebuild their reputation. Obviously, it just hasn't worked out for him at West Ham. And I'm sure there's a bunch of reasons as to why specifically it hasn't worked out for him. But in my opinion, I personally think he's one of them. I just don't think he fancies it in the Prem. Maybe he's not happy with life in London and the rest of it. I just don't think he fancies it, really. You know, he got a new agency, Fabrizio Romano said a few weeks ago. I think he'll bust out. And again, whether he's a good player or not, I think them kind of guys, they'll go back to Serie A and they rebuild their reputation. Surely Arsenal have got to put West Ham, man said haram to the sword today. 4-0 to Arsenal today, United fan, by the way. Bro, need to win, innit? Need to win. Pep's been on his mind games. He's up the intensity. The next time Manchester City play in the Premier League, technically it's against us. The league has been cut. I don't check the league table, but some of you are saying the league at the top has been cut to 3 points. We need to win the game. We can't look towards what City are doing. We can't look towards what City are doing. We can't look beyond next week. We need to deal with what's in front of us. West Ham want the 3 points just as much as we do. It's a tough game. It's a London derby. They've got a good manager. They've got better players. You know, West Ham, did they not finish like in the top 10 the last couple of years? And this could have been the third year to really build on things. They haven't really. Declan Rice, if you do want to sign for Arsenal, you know what you need to do today, innit? Arsenal need to be playing with 12 players. Big up yourself, Sidney. Was your goal of the season? Yeah, I got the award. Big up Marcel in the cut. Happy Sunday, right back at you. Arteta isn't playing. Drop Zinni. No one is safe. Again, what I should look at is the bench, really. Zinchenko's not in the squad, full stop. And you've got young Waters, who you've seen the think pieces come out, can play right back, play left back. Unofficially, he's probably the body that Zinchenko would have probably been, or Tierney on the bench. Obviously, you've got Kirio, who We've heard can play defensive mid, haven't seen that. Seen him play centre back, and there's rumours he could play left back. There's that. You know, big up Eddie and Nketiah. Big up Eddie. He's back on the bench. Nice to see he's fit. You got him. You got Smith Rowe. You got Reece Nelson. You got the Halem boys, including Saka in the squad. Jorginho. Spare a foot for Leandro Trossard. Again, it's one where you wish you could play 12. Unfortunately, you can't. But pardon me, it's one where you wish you could play 12 players because Trossard does not deserve to be dropped, unfortunately. But Martinelli doesn't either. Martinelli's been doing his job and then some. Keep running up the like button, people. So it's an interesting one. We're finally getting some depth. But one would say, imagine if Zinchenko was fit, he'd probably play. But Tini, this is where you lay a marker. And this is why I know players are not happy. I know players can move on, but we need depth. And for situations like this, could you imagine, God forbid, obviously, Tierney is not part of Arsenal's strongest first back five in the starting 11 this season, but he's a starting quality left back. Could you imagine, you know, you've got Benjamin White struggling at times with injuries. Obviously, Saliba is now out. You've got no Tomiyasu. If we never had Tierney, Lord knows what that defense looks like, because it does kill the build-up play. And to be honest with you, it gives me a boost, respectfully, even though Rob Holding's been doing what he's doing, because Tierney can at least keep the width, and maybe we can overcompensate on the left, because I think Holding had a great game against Liverpool, and I think it was a one-off from Saka and Benjamin White. You see bad games happen, innit? But is it any coincidence you haven't got Benjamin White hasn't got Saliba on the inside, unable to go forward? Is any coincidence there's no Saliba and we haven't quite seen that Benjamin White? The game before Liverpool, I probably wasn't saying that. So at least we double down a bit, man. 30 likes, 60 votes, guys. Like the thing. Tafari, one love for pushing that. Imagine we had Tavares to pull out right now. Nah, G. You know what you forgetting last year? Nah, G. Big up Tavares. I'm listening. It might have to even be Saka going back to left back before that. I can't lie to you. Tavares, you can't help me, man. I don't want to see shooting from the right hand side and all of that. DG Hope Smith Rowe gets minutes today. I hope he does. You know, I'd love to see Eddie get some minutes on the way back from injury. We'd love to see Nelson and Vieira and all these guys. First things first is 3 points though. No, reread that. I said, imagine if we had to. Okay, fair enough. But then if I was Arteta rightly or wrongly, you can't bet on Tavares against West Ham. Game like this to the trenches, you can't land, because Tavares is not a bad player. He just moves mad. He does look a bit like Gnabry now that you say that. I'm worried about Zini not playing, going to lose an element of control. It's true, but again, Arsenal next season and seasons beyond, it doesn't matter if you're Klopp, if you're Wenger, if you're Jose, if you're Ferguson, if you're Pep. To a degree, your team's become found out. Arsenal's been a bit of an element of the unknown. As we've gone through the season, you know, low blocks, transition will give you... They're the cons that we're doing right now. So naturally, we need to progress beyond just Zinchenko controlling things. You know, that should be an added layer. But at the same time, if I'm completely honest with you, if we're crying about our left, I don't listen. The game can't end and we're saying the left back's not there, build up play, because you've got Partey, you've got Xhaka, you've got Odegaard, you've got everyone. Everyone can kick a football. Everyone can play football. You wouldn't be at Arsenal Football Club. No, Zini getting punished for that nutmeg was disgusting. Well, he got ripped. Has to hold it. Goal difference needs boosting. I hear that, especially with what City did, but we need to get 3 points first. Then that takes care of it, man. I don't care about seeing people making appearances unless we're up by 5. I hear that. I want the 3 points first, then rotation and goal difference and all these things, because nothing else matters. Really, parts that we have to keep Tierney. All this talk about him leaving should be put to bed. Exactly. In my opinion, you know what? You can't keep players if they want to leave. But bro, Tierney's a competent option. He can take Zinchenko's spot in one way. If he's not, if somebody's injured, we've got this. You need depth, really. I could understand him wanting to go to Newcastle. I think we've got to learn from what, you know, City didn't learn with us now, or probably will, you know. Again, City sold us a couple of players looking decent. I bet if we, not that, I don't know who's available, but if we try and buy players from City next summer, they're going to think twice about it now. And we should do that for Newcastle, if I'm completely honest with you. Tierney's in his mid-20s, starting level quality. Newcastle are doing great things, building great things. You know, if we tried to buy Tierney from Newcastle, they're not cutting us any deals or anyone else. I agree with 3 points first, then we can get an encore from the bench. We need a target man up front, up top as well. Different option. I agree. Big up yourself as well, my guy. Keep your thoughts coming. What else have we got? Definitely Nelson. I want to see him play more. I do as well, but the 3 points, if life was fair, we'd all have a lot less. 3 points first, then minutes elsewhere and all these things, man. But yeah, you're fully, you know, you're fully right. If Zinni's been a key part of the squad, he's not there. You do lose the element of midfield, especially where that's probably where it's going to be even. You know, let's if you give West Ham a sniff, they have the quality to score. Antonio, Best striker in the league, in my opinion, the Jamaican international. Ben Rama, some Arsenal fans wanted him. Bowen's a tricky customer. Paqueta, Brazilian. Declan Rice has quality. Souček, there was a time it felt like you were scoring week in, week out. Cresswell, Canucks, an issue. If I'm honest, back five from West Ham. I know they've kind of been putting a bit of form together of recent, cause problems. Fabianski, Flapianski, make sure that's the case. Kufal, stress him out. Zuma and Kahir, with the greatest of respect, that defense will feel prone to lapses in concentration. Cresswell's going to just knock balls into the channel. So we need to stop the cross. But like, listen, I want to put dramas. You know, the midfield could be a bit of an even battle, you know. We win it on quality. They probably win it in terms of dynamism. You know, Souček and Rice are going to have to put in a shift. So we should be confident in our abilities to get 3 points, but it's got to be got to go out there and do the job, man. Tierney ain't capable to invert. I think he'll get caught out. I mean, he has shown a willingness to do it, but it's the same way that you can't ask Zinchenko to play like Tierney as a traditional fullback, and you can't really ask Tierney to do what is essentially a centre mid hybrid role. Really, you know, you just have to. It's a bit of give and take, and you just bring yourself to the fore. You know, Eddie and Jesus are similar, but they're completely different. Somebody mentioned getting a more physical striker would have to play differently as well. And there are games where, for as much as I love what Zinchenko is doing, there's sometimes it's just people just need to do their primary jobs. We need to feed Jesus, need to scare Pep. I've seen the Tierney quote on Twitter, happy that Zinni is injured. I mean, anyone happy that people are injured is a bit moist, if I'm completely honest with you. And football is weird, isn't it? Like, I know it gets a bit tribal, you know. It reminds me of like Rashford, Martial, or just because, you know, you can just like all the players. From when Tavares said his best quality as a left back is shooting, we should have known it was Raps. Exactly. With the greatest of respect to him. You said it there, lad. Your thoughts on Waters? Love him. Steady Eddie looks like has a willingness to improve. Just does his job, really. Nice to see him kind of knocking in and about, man. And he's got time on his side. Just needs to be patient. Obviously, the reality is, you know, he can actually play centre half. Whether he has a future at centre half or at right back is another thing, or at full back, full stop. Obviously, you know, you've got £50 million Benjamin White, 20 odd million Tomiyasu ahead of you. Talk of bringing in, you know, Fresneda and another right back. These are things that go against young players at all big clubs. But if he can develop and come out of Haylen via Man United and Spurs, then fair enough, and make some money for this club or become a first teamer. He's doing well, man. Done quite well as part of our, you know, under 18s campaign that saw us get to the final. Hopefully we bring that home, ironically, against West Ham. And our under 18s lost against West Ham yesterday, 2-0 if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully, you know, hopefully it's somewhat of a decent omen in that regard. Do you think Tierney will invert today, or do you think Benny Blanco will, or maybe we'll try both as traditional fullbacks? A bit of everything. I think because of what the system demands, I think Tierney's going to have to show a willingness to do it. I do think Arteta will do that. But at the same time, you need to know your players. You know, obviously Zinchenko, there's things he has to do as a traditional fullback, but he's not that by trade. He's there because he showed his adaptability and grabbed the first team spot. So you can't demand certain things of him. The same with Tierney. Just about meeting halfway. You know, you kind of demand broadly what you want from both fullbacks, in this case Tierney, and then you focus on his strengths. He's a traditional fullback, and maybe you double down on things. If Tierney's going to provide width, as you said, Benjamin White go inside, or maybe you'll see slightly different functions from the Odegaards, the Partey's, the Xhakas, maybe even Martinelli on that left-hand side. Allegedly, Zinchenko's not been training, so let's hope it's nothing serious. You know, we don't need anybody's dropping. We need players fit. I think Tierney don't play so much because he's injury prone. But to be fair, he's been fit more or less the season. DG hope Saka has a great game. Wasn't great against Liverpool. Yeah, we hope he's back. You know, apart from really that little great moment where he avoided Konate and Robertson, and obviously the involvement indirectly for the first goal. Saka did have a quiet day, but it happens, innit? And he's been our player. He's been the go-to man 9 times out of 10. He's allowed to have an off day. Hopefully that's not today, though. 52 likes, people. We're over halfway. Can we get to 100 before the end of the stream? Keep your thoughts coming. Again, quite a bit to go before kickoff. 5-0 to Arsenal with Martinelli hat-trick and a goal from Saka and Jesus. I'm all for that. You know, I just want the 3 points. Don't care who scores, how we score, just that we score. If I'm completely honest with you guys, people. Allegedly, Martinelli has scored 3 or assisted 1 in all 4 of his Premier League games against West Ham. Away from that, yeah, we've seen that with Martinelli. The only team Arsenal have beaten more often in Premier League history than West Ham with 35 is Everton with 36. Hopefully, these are good omens. Bukayo Saka has scored 1 or assisted 2 in each of his last 3 Premier League games against West Ham. Hopefully, the young players are feasting today, people. Just because it looks good, and I'm not doing it any justice, people. If you just look at this graphic via Amazon Prime, prime. You look at this, Arsenal are well ahead in terms of points won away from home this season. And with trips currently to the London Stadium in West Ham, with us having to go to the Etihad, St James's Park, hopefully these things keep going. And boy, you know, 5 teams, apologies, who are having great seasons in their own right, all up there. Arsenal have 35 away points, City have 30, Newcastle have 27, didn't get any yesterday. At Aston Villa under Unai Emery are just quietly going about their business and quietly getting into a shout for the Champions League with 21. Brighton, lovely what they did yesterday, and have 25. So it is what it is. Away from home in the Premier League this season, we have the most wins with 11, the most points with 35, the most goals with 30, and the fewest goals conceded. So I guess there's some statistics to back up what I always say, that for me this season, as great as we've been generally, I feel a little bit more comfortable away from home. I just feel that the margins for error in our game is a lot less, people. So there you have that. In terms of a preview, as we know, our away form has been amazing, people. We have registered more wins, points and goals than any other travelling team in the Premier League. Plus, we boast an 100% record in our previous 5 London derbies this season. West Ham have had 2 games this week. They drew midweek in the Conference League in Belgium, people. It is what it is. They did win against Fulham last weekend, but they haven't won successive league games since October, form that sees them flirting with relegation with 9 games to go. Don't let this be the game that they do exactly that, essentially. They finished 6th and 7th the last 2 campaigns. As we know, it hasn't been the campaign to remember for West Ham, people. So I have to see, people. You know, we know they've been terrible. We're going to need to be in our best of form in a game like this, really and truly. Starting lineup, please. You can see it to the left and right of me, but once again, Ramsdale, White, Holding, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli. For West Ham, the home side, Fabianski, Kofal, Zuma, Kahir, Cresswell, Rice, Souček, Paqueta, Bowen, Antonio, and Benrahma. Smash the like button, people. Subscribe if you haven't, just because I'm a nice guy. Let me go on Arsenal's Twitter for you lot, and let's get the lineup so we can see. And Cleany's in the graphic, so yeah, let's spread some propaganda. The Flying Scotsman is back, people. So yeah, just because you asked so nicely, you can see it there, man. Yes, DG, what a weekend of football it's been. It's been crazy with the Bournemouth Spurs game, the Chelsea Brighton game. United are playing Nottingham Forest. It's crazy. Off topic, but fun fact, Mudryk is Chelsea's assist leader with 2. Well, maybe he is the Ukrainian Neymar. Did you see the City game yesterday? I didn't watch. Stats showed that Leicester had higher XG, means they had a couple of chances. That's good, man. But you got to put the ball in the back of the net, innit? You know, for all the stats and all these things, you got to defend your goal and put them in the back of the net. So they, in fact, to be fair, in the second half, I'm sure there was at least a couple. I remember Maddison had a chance. The game could have changed, but how many times have we said that there's many periods in the game where it could go right or go left? Ultimately, it didn't happen for Leicester. And to be fair with Dean Smith, they probably writ off the City game anyways. And all focus is for now, really. We've got about 36 minutes, if my maths is correct, until kickoff. Zini reportedly got a groin injury precaution, him not training and playing again. Lose a battle to win a war, Roger. Big up yourself. It is what it is. We've got to be a bit coy and clever. And obviously now Saliba has been out for a couple of games. Zini had some issues at the start of the season, been a great player. Now out of the team, Jesus has had his own injury issues. Eddie Nketiah, who initially got his chance filling in for an injured man in Jesus, had his injuries. My point being, injuries happen. And largely, you know, this season has been kind of straight. You know, we've gone out of the FA Cup, unfortunately, against City. You know, we went out basically at the first time of asking in the League Cup, really against Brighton. Europa League, we let ourselves down. But you can see why you need a squad, even with us kind of going out of these competitions and at least for a couple of months now, or at least a month focusing on the league. You see how injuries play a part in a season. This is why we need a squad. This is why, for me anyways, I don't know if it's the media or Arsenal fans, but we need to stop this. Obviously, if players are not playing, they're going to want to leave and things like that. But we need to stop this just because a player isn't playing. He's done now. He can't play and this and that. Shout yourself, Jack. And you said, come on, you Irons. Unfortunately, I can't back that today, man. I do think you lot will stay up, and I do hope you lot stay up, man. West Ham deserve to be in the Premier League, but at the same time, the table don't lie. I think you lot will be all right, but yeah, man. All our attackers getting goal/assists against that defense. I hope so. You know, I hope it's a standard day at the office. Smash the like button. Make sure you're taking part in the voting. If there's someone on Twitch, have we got the voting going on Twitch? Gamble responsibly and all of that stuff. One love to everyone watching ads on Twitch as well. Don't like that City always play before Arsenal, puts pressure on our boys. Everyone's got to play 38 games. And to be fair, City are still in every cup, you know, essentially. Yeah. Apart from the League Cup, obviously. City are still in everything they're eligible for, technically. Tierney masterclass today. Let's get it. Come on. Do you think it hurts the players? how an 8-point lead turns to 6 and then to 2 on goal different, then to second on GD if City win against Arsenal. I mean, these are things that are gonna be, talking points. The players know this. At the end of the day, if you do your job on the pitch in the games you've got, you win something, innit? If you're not, it's a madness. I shall run it before I head out. Let's activate. You're too nice. Teeny go incoming. Hey, don't gas me. I'm here for it, I'm here for it. Tierney, as the founding member of the Flying Scotsman Society, I'm so happy to have you back. Unfortunately, Tierney, as much as I'm a fan of yours, and I think you should get a lot more football and things, I'm not going to sit here and lie. When you are introduced to what Zinchenko does in that role, is kind of different to go back to a traditional left back, but we need valued members of the squad. And Tierney the other day signed a new deal and was talked about as being captain, and he's of the right age with these players. And Tierney's not going to get wavier than this. I understand if you want to go to Newcastle. Eddie Howe's doing great things. Newcastle, massive club historically, under new ownership, trying to do things, more regular football, closer to Scotland if I haven't made that point clear. But, bro, you're at Arsenal. You're living the life, man. Don't let it be done yet. No Skamaka for West Ham. So, yeah, it could be an issue. It could be an issue, but we're going to have to just get on with it, really and truly. We're at that point in the season, just win the games. It's not about how you do it necessarily. I know we'll always break down the performances, good and bad, but with 8, 7, 8, 9 games, however many left, whether you're fighting for the league, trying to stay into the division, qualify for a certain competition, it's about results now, man. As funny as as mad as it is, football's a results-driven business. You can't always look at results. We've seen times, probably under Mikel Arteta, where his early days where you could see the blueprint, but we weren't picking up results. You could also see times with the greatest of respect to Unai Emery, we're going on unbeaten runs, but you could see holes in it, really. So sometimes results don't always tell the full picture, but at the end of the day, this is a results-driven business. If you're playing good football for 38 games, but you're not getting the necessary points for every manager in this league, as you've seen, there's been several managerial casualties. Certain guys, certain teams in London, have had about, since the last time we've probably seen a couple of our players play, they've had about 3-4 gaffers, essentially. This season has been weird, and the one moment in this Chelsea will win Arsenal the title. Tottenham did a job for them earlier. I don't know, man. I don't know about any of that. Listen, I would love to win the Premier if Arsenal are generally in the title challenge. As I always say, I haven't checked the league table. Last time I checked was August. I'll probably check when we get to 37 games and see if Arsenal could qualify for the Champions League. I don't know where we are, but let's just keep going. Just keep going. So, yeah, that's the lineup, people. Again, just to make it a bit, even it out a bit. Let's find West Ham's Twitter page. Kickoff is essentially half an hour away, people. Can't lie. West Ham graphics are sick, innit? Slap that over there. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So, yeah. Oh, okay, there we have it. West Ham's there and Arsenal's there. Arsenal need 4 points to make Champions League. Swear down. I hope so, man. I hope so. If that's the case, man. If Arsenal, listen, that was the goal in August. So to be sat here, just really just started August, to know that we've done it is great. Anything else Arsenal can achieve is a bonus, man. One love, mate. Whatever that says. So, yeah, man, I mean, the talking points is just we got to win the game, really. Let's see what some more stats are saying with this. Apparently, West Ham United have won just 2 of their last 29 Premier League games against Arsenal. They've lost 22 and drawn 5. The last time they won winning 2-0 away in August 2015 and 1-0 at home in January 2019. Trying to read 2 things at once. Arsenal have only lost just 3 of their 26 Premier League visits to West Ham, drawing 9 and winning 14, and have won 9 of the last 14 away games against West Ham, losing 1 and drawing 4. Arsenal have won 8 Premier League games against West Ham after conceding the first goal, including a 3-1 victory in the reverse fixture at the Emirates in December. It's both the most wins Arsenal have against an opponent when conceding first, and the most defeats West Ham have against the side when scoring the opening goal in the competition. Arsenal have won all 5 of their away London derbies in the Premier League this season by an aggregate scoreline of 11-0. Only twice before have they won 6 consecutive league derbies on the road, doing so in February 1989 and March 2014. West Ham have won 2 of their last 3 Premier League games as many as they had in their previous 14. They're looking to win back-to-back league games for the first time since October, but lost 5-1 in their home game against Newcastle. So again, it's going to be an interesting one, people, where we're going to have to fight. It's going to be a dogfight out there. Good news for me, Tierney back again. Hope he puts in a good shift. I need a change in fullback role. We should be active in midfield area, and Partey is going to be crucial again. We are West Ham's daddy. Why? Big up yourself, Yasir, as well. Hopefully, we can bag 3 points today. It's as simple as that, man. Like, all I want is 3 points. And in fact, on that topic, actually make sure I've got the right channel on. Is it on Sky Sports? Let's go over there, man. Sky Sports PL. And that bit's done, isn't it? Really? That's the hard part. This could be over by half time like it was against Fulham. Football's got to be, I hope so. It's got to be one out there. If you're West Ham, you're well aware of what Arsenal have been doing this season. But football's one on, again, as much as you've got to focus on Arsenal, West Ham have qualities. Again, we've got one of the best, not the best, but one of the best defensive records in the Prem. As much as I like the fact that we've improved defensively, would you necessarily believe that? There's problems they could cause us. I hope it is, but we've got to earn the right to play, man. We can't underestimate anyone and just assume because we're in good form and they're in bad form that we just turn up and do whatever. I hope it is over before halftime. It would be nice. Main event is 3 seconds faster. I don't understand it either. Yeah, man. That's why I just went over to, is it Premier League HD? Just set it to record and we watched that. 6 more likes, I believe, and then we have 100 people. Appreciate you lot who have hitting the like button. Should we look at some other things quickly in relation to Arsenal, people, as we've got enough time? Again, in terms of mind games, we've covered that. We've covered that. Make sure you're following on Kick as well, folks. But that's actually not what we're trying to get to. If we look at some other things as well, I think Pep Guardiola started his mind games. Lose to Arsenal and the title was almost over, says Pep Guardiola. Like I said in the previous press conference, it's the win-win-win. They, in brackets Arsenal, have had an incredible run so far this season. I don't think they'll drop many points and we have to be there. It's important for us to arrive at home by winning today, and it's a final against them in the next Premier League game. It's a final to play more finals. If we lose this game, it will be almost over. We have to arrive in this position, having the chance to be close to Arsenal. We want this opportunity, knowing how difficult it will be. But before that, we have a Champions League semi-final and an FA Cup. It's crazy, man. And Peppers went on to say, I desire he breaks all the records possible, but that means he scores a lot. That's about Haaland. Forget about that. You're scaring me. Apparently, Smith Rowe said this is his hardest season, people. I mean, it is, unfortunately, after riding very high last year, getting a number 10, doing what you're doing. He has said, yes, definitely it's been tough. Definitely been the hardest season of my career so far. It's been frustrating, but obviously I'm happy with where the team are at the moment. Big him up, Pep Guardiola doing the mind games once again. He said it's a final. So you heard him. It is a final, and we've been saying the exact same thing. Apparently, Arsenal set sights on 30 million Premier League ace as they set asking price for substandard striker. A bit harsh to refer to people like that. Arsenal have set their asking price for Balogun and could replace him with an informed Premier League striker, allegedly. What is this? Who said this? Oh, this was Balogun. He spoke about going back there. He said, contractually, I have to go back to Arsenal because the loan with Reims was only for 1 year. So that was always the agreement. But I wouldn't, I'm not sure what is going to happen in the future. A lot could happen in football. A lot could change. And it just depends on the conversations we have between me and the club in the summer. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, there's no doors that's closed. Of course, I've had a good year here. And to a lot of people, it makes sense for me to come back here. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the future will bring. According to L'Equipe people, the Gunners would be open to letting Balogun move on if the right offer arrived, and the club's hierarchy are said to have set a 30 million euros in brackets 26.8 million pound asking price for the 21-year-old. We've also, by that logic, been linked with Ollie Watkins, who had a great game against Newcastle yesterday, people. Newcastle? I'm sure it was Newcastle. Yeah. Newcastle absolutely got sliced and diced. We'll read that after. Apparently, Mikel Elise will reject a move to Arsenal this summer as he settled at Crystal Palace and wants to develop and gain consistency with the Eagles next season. I mean, 2 goals and 8 assists in 30 Premier League appearances is something to build upon, but it makes sense to stay, really. The 21-year-old, you'll be behind Bukayo Saka. You can develop, you can grow with Zaha going to leave one day. You and Eze can keep controlling things. And I think I'm waiting for Elise to go up the gears, really. He's a talented lad, got got a great future ahead of him, but he needs to go up the gears. I think he shows a willingness defensively, but he needs to improve defensively, and he needs to improve in all actions. You need more consistency across 90 minutes from him, in my opinion, not just great moments of brilliance where he's blessed technically, he's got the swagger, he's got the right temperament. He's a very lovely and excitable player, people. And we could have signed him for 8 million from Reading, and Crystal Palace are going to make some peas. But he's attracted interest from a host of clubs, including league leaders Arsenal. But the winger looks set to stay in South London, according to the Sun. The 21-year-old feels settled at Crystal Palace and wants to develop and gain consistency by staying at the club next season. That's fair enough, Elise. Recent reports had suggested Elise is seen as backup to Bukayo Saka at Arsenal due to his experience in the league and ability to use his left foot efficiently from the right wing. That would be good. He's got a contract until 2026, so it's going to be very difficult. Roy Hodgson, for what it's worth, I said I've seen him for 10 days less than I have seen the others. What I make of him is that I think he's an enormous talent. He's got a great possibility to have a wonderful career and a wonderful future. We can only hope we at Crystal Palace can give him that platform. Fair enough, people. On that, Everton have been linked with Balogun. Everton, Brentford and Wolves. And with Premier League clubs, I see Premier League prices. I want to see a premium, because if we try to buy Balogun from any of these clubs, Ivan Toney, how much is he going to cost? Oh, Nana, if we're Everton stay up, how much is he going to cost? If we tried to buy, which we did with Pedro Neto, or, in today's day and age, who else is there? Neves, whose contract's running down. They're not cutting us any deals. So, Edu, add a bit of tax on that. I understand giving the European counterparts some discount, but fair enough. For what it's worth, though, smash the like button, folks. Keep your opinions coming. Everton have joined the race to sign Arsenal sensation Folarin Balogun this summer, sources have told Football Insider. The Toffees are in the market for a new striker at the end of the season and are prepared to rival Brentford, Wolves and Crystal Palace for Balogun's signature. Football Insider sources revealed on the 14th of April, Balogun will not play for Arsenal next season unless given guarantees by Mikel Arteta. The 21-year-old has been in superb form on loan at Reims this season and wants guaranteed game time at the Emirates if he is to stay put in North London. If Arsenal are unable to promise Balogun more first-team action, then it is understood that he'd prefer a permanent move elsewhere this summer. Alongside Premier League sides, there is also interest from a number of European clubs with Leipzig, Marseille, Lyon, Villarreal and Sevilla, as well as actually AC and Inter allegedly monitoring his availability. The Gunners are keen to keep hold of Balogun and are considering offering him a new deal, an improved deal, if he decides to stay put and fight for his spot. But if Balogun does push for a move at the end of the season, Arsenal are prepared to accept bids of around 30 million. Fair enough. And keeping that, again, we have heard Arteta is targeting a more physical striker. Allegedly, Arsenal's two-man shopping list revealed as Arteta green light. Arsenal have identified both Dusan Vlahovic and Dominic Calvert-Lewin as striker targets this summer. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's price probably falling off a cliff, maybe with Vlahovic, with what's going on with Juventus. I think the fact that we want a more physical striker generally, and we've been linked with these strikers, is probably where these rumours come from. But I wouldn't be against it. Let me know you lot's thoughts. The Gunners are in the market for a new forward at the end of the season and have narrowed down their options to 2, really, because I don't think so. It wouldn't make sense. Allegedly, really. Arteta is pushing Arsenal to sign a striker completely different to his current options. The Gunners boss is delighted with the contributions and playing styles of Gabriel Jesus and Eddie Nketiah, but believes both players have similar qualities and a strong, powerful and physically demanding forward would add more balance to the side. The Spaniard has held talks with the board and recruitment team at the Emirates and told them that he would like Vlahovic to be made a priority signing, with Calvert-Lewin the backup option if a move falls through. Vlahovic has 11 goals in 32 appearances for Juventus this season and stands tall at 6'2". He signed a 4.5 deal at Juventus a couple of years ago, really. Well, in fact, last year. Funny how life goes, really. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is another long-term Arsenal target. He's been injured. I mean, that's the only thing with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He can't stay fit. Durability, respectfully, we've got a couple of those players. So, I mean, if Balogun was to leave and we're going to invest that, then it kind of is what it is, people. Apparently, Brighton decided to sell one of the impressive quartet, with Arsenal and Chelsea target to stay put. So that's bad news for Caicedo, who put on a clinic yesterday. Brighton have decided they'll allow Alexis McAllister to leave this summer, though the club will do all they can for the 3 more impressive stars on the South Coast, people. So Mitoma's probably not going anywhere soon. Ferguson ain't going anywhere soon. McAllister, they're engineering his exit, and they'll probably say to Caicedo, if someone pays more than what we intend that you're worth, then it is what it is, people. Allegedly, this article has said However, there are issues to deal with. They know offers are going to come in with Caicedo being one of the top targets, but as it stands, they intend to keep him. The same can't be said for Alexis McAllister. His father and reps have made no secret of their desire to move him on, and Brighton's hierarchy could be ready to let him move on, despite the fact he only signed a new deal before the World Cup final. But the club want to ensure that they just don't lose all their top talent. So we'll have to see. Brighton opting to keep highly rated Caicedo will be a blow for Arsenal and Chelsea. I mean, they look like they're going to qualify for Europe, really. So I could understand the reluctance for not wanting to depart players on. So, yeah, man, that's a nice little way to break up our live stream. Keep your thoughts, opinions, and etc. coming. Don't know why I removed the lineup for you lot. Let me open up Google Docs as well. We've got 19 minutes until kickoff, people. Again, hopefully we win this. It's as simple as that. Something tells me that there's a goal in the first 10 minutes. Feels like there's goals in this game, if I'm honest. It just feels like Arsenal, West Ham. It's always an entertaining one, if I'm completely honest. So we'll have to see exactly what happens. Arsenal, sorry. Just making sure my notes are ready. As you know, I like to make notes on the game. So yeah, big up yourself, American Gooner. One love for the PayPal, my guy. I see that. And you should have got an email in relation to what you emailed me about as well. Vlahovic cheated with the national team's second goalkeeper girlfriend. Boys have to watch out if he comes to the Emirates. Brazy. Everton paid 30 million euros for Iwobi. Balogun's successful season should be 50 million euros. Good morning to everyone tuning in from all over the world for this another Sunday of live Premier League football matchup for the boys from Team Arsenal. Appreciate that. Big up to the host on this morning live broadcast show. I appreciate that. That's far too kind. I'm looking at Odegaard today. He's had quiet games recently. I mean, we need everyone. And to be fair, last season in this game, was this not the Odegaard show? So we need him to be involved today. You're 100% speaking fact. Smash the like button. Appreciative to those of you who have already, because we've cleared 100. Can we now scheme on 200, folks? Hopefully it's a decent game of football. As an op whose rivalry runs deep, I was expecting history to repeat itself with Arsenal, but hats off to Arteta and Arsenal. They've proved me wrong. Fair enough. And you're not just you, a lot of Arsenal fans have been proven wrong. Everyone is looking at City like a raging bull. Apart from us, gun to your head, what teams take points from them in the last 8 games? I like how you said apart from us. Honestly, I don't even know who City got, but, you know, the fact that they've got a lot of games, the Prem's crazy, they're in multiple competitions. I can't lie, I don't see City dropping points. I can't see it. They probably will, but I've said it before. I've been saying for a while, I think they're going to go on this mad run, and I just think Pep's got that look in his eyes, like he smells blood now. It feels like they've got us where they want us, really. This is why we can't lose now. We need to take 6 points going into that City game. Whether the Premier League wants that for the entertainment package, I'm not sure. Hopefully we can beat them. They got to play Brighton away. Hopefully Brighton could do us a favour. Hopefully Leeds at the Etihad. Oof. To be fair to you, you're just hoping last day of the season, I'd say Brentford, all the away games, Brentford, Everton, you're fighting for your lives. Brighton, please pattern that. Fulham away. I think they'll deal with West Ham, if I'm honest. I think they'll brush away Leeds. I think they'll deal with Chelsea, but anyone really. I just think they'll go on a run, man. Antonio versus Holding is a worry. We're going to put a week's frustration on the Hammers today. Hopefully. I don't know if we bought anything. Appreciate that. I did do quite a lot, DJ, for my strong man. It's time to chill out now, though. Who would you say is Arsenal's most important person at Arsenal? Assuming you mean player? Well, person, Mikel Arteta, innit? Because if you left tomorrow, where's that going to leave us? Player? Quite a few. You could actually say Zinchenko, I believe, on current form. I'd probably, it's a difficult one. You could say probably Partey, you know. There's a lot of people. You could say Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Martinelli on current form, Bukayo Saka, Jesus, really, Ramsdale. Probably Partey, because for me, there's no like-for-like replacement in it. We could, not that there's many for others, like Saliba's missing at the moment, can get away with things. It's an interesting one. 3-0 Arsenal, I hope so. Big up yourself, Josh. Big up DG in the nation. 2-0 to the Gunners. Everton took a point from City at the Etihad. So I take a point off them again. More time, it's the games you don't expect. But I just have in my mind, sorry, people, you asked my opinion, that I just think they're just going to do a madness, if I'm honest with you. I want to be wrong. I just can't see them dropping points, but I hope they do. I think a draw against Brighton is possible for City. I mean, that's the one. If I had to bet money, Brighton away, in it, because no one wants to go there, essentially. Antonio is trash, but he scares me a bit. Man said 8-0 Arsenal would be lovely. Was hoping to see Danny Ings. Danny Ings is a tricky customer as well, in the same vein, though, no? He's at least Antonio, you can kind of see him. Of course, he's going to work the channels, but he's more of a physical man. Danny Ings does that, and he drops deep and he pulls out wide and all of this. What's your score prediction? I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal, but I just have a feeling it's a 3-2 thriller. On the real, I don't think any of the players on loan will fit in next year. Do you, DG? It all depends what the plans are. I think, Balogun has an opportunity, but if we're going to buy another striker and you're going to accept that, you are behind Nketiah and Jesus at this moment in time, maybe indirectly Martinelli and obviously Trossard up front, fair enough. Benjamin White almost injured Bukayo Saka there. He pretended to kick him the ball. Saka fully skanked. Good little trick from Benjamin White. But yeah, if I'm honest with you, it's difficult. I don't think Patino's ready yet. I don't think Brook Norton Coffey's ready yet. Not really. Pepe ain't done nothing on loan. Don't know. I don't think it's a thing like that. There's not a single player, but probably Balogun's the one you look at and you think, if anyone's going to get it. New loan rules next year, apparently. Not sure how true, but apparently team can only loan 7 loanees out. They won't bring that in, surely. Think we should get Tony, and I think Eddie will leave in the summer. I mean, I hear you, but can you really see anything can happen? Everyone's got a price, but Eddie Nketiah signed a new deal. You've firmly established yourself as a valued member of the squad. You filled in quite well, regardless of how this season goes for Arsenal, for Gabby Jesus. You're on bigger wages now, and I don't know how much they're going to pay for him. Aaron Ramsdale makes a number of great saves, so I'm not too sure, really. I think Eddie, I don't know him, and I think he's frustrated about not playing and things like that, but it just feels like, obviously, Jesus is the number one. Balogun seems a bit more itchy feet. If I'm not playing, big up Arsenal, but I don't really want to be here sort of thing. I need to, whatever. It looks like, and I don't like to say Eddie isn't hungry, but looks like he's more comfortable to just sit around sort of thing. So you can sell him, but how much are you going to get for Eddie, essentially? And again, not to diss him, I'm not dissing him. Valuations and actual fees are gone. They're not correlated anymore. It's what you can hustle. Balogun and Nketiah. On what basis is Balogun better than Nketiah? I think there is logic, but on what basis is he better than Nketiah? I'm not saying he isn't. I think Balogun's got a higher ceiling. I think it's a shiny new toy. There just seems like an aura, but on what basis? Yeah, he scores goals. Not to belittle it, but French league tax, 100%. Lacazette's up there for goals now. Couldn't score in a brothel. Not that you should be doing that, Lacazette, last season for us. So there's a tax. I don't know if this is now Balogun's breakout season. Like, is this now where you scored double figures, you're going to go off and do that now? Or are we going to look back next year and say you haven't quite done that? You're at where you're at in terms of development. To be fair to Eddie Nketiah, if you swap the roles, I don't know if Balogun would have been able to fill in for Eddie Nketiah in Jesus' absence. I'm not saying he would or wouldn't. And I don't know if Eddie would have scored 17, 18 league goals over there in France. But I'm pretty sure he would, didn't it, if Lacazette could. So I'm not really sure where you look at that, really. And also, it's dumb, but when you look at the fact that we're sharing goals around, our top goal scorers, and I know Jesus has been injured, our top goal scorers are not our strikers. And yes, scoring goals, strikers need to do that, but it's all the other actions you put into playing up front for Mikel Arteta. Does Balogun do that at this moment in time across 90 minutes better than Jesus? Probably not. Against Eddie, I'm not sure. I do agree with what you're saying with the aura and all of this. And to be fair, Balogun misses bare chances. Jesus misses chances. Every striker misses chances. I just feel we can't be drawing conclusions at this moment in time. I'm not saying you're wrong. I definitely agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying we have to question our own logic, really. Where are we getting this sort of stuff to convincingly know? Because if Balogun was around doing what Eddie is doing this season, and Eddie Nketiah was over there in France with the same goals he has, where would we be looking at it? And we got to remember, these men are still young. I'm not saying Balogun is or isn't the guy, but he's only 21, 22, 23. Where was Vardy, Kane, and Aubameyang? City will drop points. I hope so. I don't see where it comes. For me, it's more Pep in it. Pep's got this thing in his eye, the way he talks, the hunger. Maybe I've watched too many episodes of the All or Nothing. I've got too much admiration for Pep Guardiola as a gaffer. If Balogun was ready and better than Nketiah, then Arteta would have kept him. Exactly. But things can change. As you've seen with Arteta, Saliba had to go on loan. Smith Rowe had to go Huddersfield. You have to be a bit coy and a bit patient. Reece Nelson's been knocking on the door. I really like the timing. He didn't go on loan, but some Arsenal fans said, yo, Martinelli's got to go on loan. He's not playing. Look at him a year now. So we'll have to see. What I would say is, you know, if we was to sell Balogun, I wouldn't think, right, like I'm upsetting that. But if you sell him and you reinvest that, then it is what it is for me, anyways. If you sell him and he goes on to develop, make your money, we might sit here and go, oh, why did maybe we pulled the trigger too early? If we hold on to him and he doesn't do well, we might say, what's going on? What I would say, Champions League, we're getting better as a football club now. You know, I'm not saying young players shouldn't have chances, but there's going to be less chances, like wholesale chances. We need to now be cruel to be kind. If signing because we just went over the arc, with signing a target man or someone that's more ready is what Arteta wants, then we might have to bite the bullet. Not everyone is going to make it through Haaland and all clubs really. But if Eddie can, you know, let's just say, you know, you got Tyrese John Jules. Hopefully he gets over his injuries. And another good player. You've got Balogun. You've got Eddie. All three probably won't. But if you can make them minimum £20 million players, you've got 60 million coming out of your academy. You take a couple of mil out of that. It costs Haaland what? 2-3 million a year to run. You've paid off the opposite the cost. So it all depends, man. Good talking points though, but I don't think at this moment in time on the 16th of April 1:51 that really everybody can come out here with chest and say Balogun is clear of Eddie or Eddie is clear of him. I don't think it's that. I think you can definitely prefer one. You know, you can definitely have better options. You can definitely believe in the aura and all of that stuff. But I think, as Sadiq said, it's a good thing there. And got to remember, I do think personally, I think Eddie's ahead of him right now because you've been exposed to first team football. I think Balogun's where he's at now. You know, he's built on his experiences at Middlesbrough. He's doing well at Reims. You know, Eddie Nketiah has been on the peripheral for time, really, and how everything happens for a reason. But where would Eddie be if he went on loan and got exposed to first team football a lot sooner? Not that it worked out at Leeds. And again, even Eddie's still a young striker. I'm not saying he's going to be the finished article, but it's only in the last 12, 18 months. Now you're seeing that whether you like Eddie or not, there's a different sort of gear to him now. And there's a level of expectation and dare I say consistency, really. Balogun's finishing isn't that great, but he's a high volume shooter. Big up the Danish. Shout out to you from Denmark. I rate that in strikers. But hey, you know, we had that with Aubameyang and Lacazette. Didn't people used to say Lacazette's more clinical than Aubameyang because he takes less shots and this and that? But Aubameyang was scoring more goals, really. City will lose points against Brighton, but will we get those 3 points against them at home? Plus, a draw is possible at the Etihad with that robot up front. I'm not sure. But what I would say is there's no margins for error where Arsenal are concerned. We need to maximize all the 3 points we can. 122 likes. Can we keep going? Kickoff is 8 minutes away, people. In terms of head-to-heads in the Premier League between these sides, 26 games played, 3 West Ham wins, 14 wins for Arsenal. And I think that said 9 draws, but it came off the screen. Good luck, DJ in the nation. Come on, you Gunners. Surprised the Hammers haven't rested more players for their European second leg, but hope they've got that in the back of their minds. To be fair, they need to focus about staying in the league. Youth Academy is to develop. That doesn't count for me. What can you do for me in the first team? There you have it. I mean, we're Arsenal. We should always promote young players. We should always develop talent, but you've got to be good enough, in which some players might not. Timing's everything, you know. How you get to one day, like in life, your journey to being a top level footballer might be completely different, really. And not everybody is going to last the test of time. Some people are going to come through, probably like Ainsley Maitland-Niles should have sold you a long time ago. Keep it moving. You know, forgive me if I'm wrong, but Iwobi and Joe Willock exposed to first team football, won an FA Cup, which in itself for an academy prospect, is a fantastic one. Probably should have been moved on. What happened to Zinni? Apparently he's not trained all week and not been involved due to a precaution on a groin. So prevention is better than cure. Could be shop window for Tierney next few games. For the gaffer, first thing, remind the gaffer, because you was one of the first names on the team sheet. We got this in the bag. Come on, you Gunners, by God's grace. Think Eddie will go Newcastle. I hear it, but you've got Isaac there, Callum Wilson there. Like, they probably might even buy in a next striker, really. So I'm not too sure on that. And would it make, obviously, if Newcastle want you to play as a striker, it's got to be a dream, innit? But would it make much sense for him to go over them sides? But yeah, West Ham ain't rested because they got to deal with relegation. You know, there's no point winning Conference League if you're not in the Prem next year. And the financial ramifications that undoubtedly has. Realistically, it's serious out there. What else have we got? Predictions for today. I'm going 2-0 Arsenal. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. I can't be sad for Balogun since he hasn't done anything in the first team. But Sadiq, you're a harsh guy, man. It's just a reality, man. Like, you can't have everything. Not everyone's going to make it here. Not every player. Every Premier League team is going to miss a couple, really. You know, we had Harry Kane in our academy. Someone said he's not good enough. Look how he's developed. really. You're going to miss a couple. You're going to lose a couple. Pardon me, especially as we get more and more competitive. Let's be honest, Saka's talent would have always given him that platform. But a big reason as to why Saka, Smith Rowe, these guys were able to play and get consistent game time is because for years we made a series of bad decisions to the point where Arsenal needed to reset foundations. We didn't have a squad, so we blooded them and they've kind of saved us. And now they're developing. We've married them with quality. If they weren't good enough like certain players, they wouldn't have lasted the distance. Both teams are out there. Declan Rice looks serious. I can't lie, he looks serious. It all depends. Some academies are run to make a flip, man. It's only a small percentage of players who make it at elite level. Exactly. And to be honest, if you come through the academy and again, I don't know how far or not Balogun's going, but you know, Iwobi's at a good club like Everton playing in the Premier League. Joe Willock's at Newcastle. Keep it moving, innit? Not everyone can make it. And it's timing as well. There's many things. It's not even about ability sometimes. Like you see, if you're a centre mid at Arsenal at this moment in time or a striker, it's a bit of a shake. There's people in everywhere. People are ahead of you. And you got to remember, it's a business, you know, 9 times out of 10. If somebody has cost 50 million, like Benjamin White, for example, if someone's cost 50 million to play right back, you're going to have to play him 9 times out of 10 ahead of the academy prospect because they spent 50 million. You need to advocate for that. And also what goes against them, you know, if you're coming through at right back, like Brook Norton, Coffey or Waters, for example, bro, you've got Tommy Asu, you've got Benjamin White. There's rumours of even bringing in a young 18-year-old Fresnel. These are things that go against people. We've got to remember the first task for Arteta is immediate results. You know, people didn't always want to hear this youngster thing when Arsenal weren't putting results together. If Arteta don't get results, you get sacked. Generally, this is how football works. And one thing that helped Arsenal is from Arteta to the board, they literally sat there and said, we're doing this youngster thing. They're going to get chances. We're going to now blood them. That's completely different to now. There's not going to be wholesale opportunities for young players. And I'm not going to lie to you. I want to get into a space as much as I want the impossible dream, 3 minutes until kickoff, people, the impossible dream of 11, a squad of, 11 starting players, a whole 15, 16 man squad, all from Hale End is probably a fallacy. I'll always advocate for that. It's about the collective. I want to get to a scenario where unless you're like Rico Lewis, generally Cole Palmer breaking through at City, Phil Foden, obviously anomaly of talent. We're going to get into a scenario where unless you're kind of these guys, the chances are not going to be there. Like big up Reece Nelson, you might not be hanging around the first team potentially like such people. Kickoff is imminent. Let's remove the screen, people. Once again, to the left and right of me, you can see the lineup. Twitch gang, one love. YouTube, keep smashing the like button. Let's start with the home side this time. Fabianski, Kofau, Zuma, Kahir, Cresswell, Rice, Souček, Paqueta, Bowen, Antonio, and Ben Rama. For Arsenal, you've got Ramsdale, White, Holding, Gabriel, Tini, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli, people. Hopefully we get 3 points today. Nothing less than 3 points. 137 likes. Keep it moving. Time for DG's guys to prove his worth in Salt. We need to burst them bubbles today. Rob Holding owns West Ham. Happy starting today. Tierney goal and assist incoming. What we doing about Pepe, DG? Everything's on the table, really. You'd imagine that in an ideal world he's moved on. We know we're not going to make some money. Everything's a possibility. You could loan him out again and get a loan fee because you might not get a transfer fee. You can hope to get a cut price transfer fee. The one thing I hope we don't do, he's got a year left. He's on 140 grand a week. Last year, Edu said, when you have players like in their mid-20s and they're not playing, you kill yourself. Remember them comments. We've been ripping up contracts. Would it make sense to rip up Pepe's? Would he want to do the mutual termination? Because at this moment in time, Arsenal contractually are paying him for another year. And you can't rule out maybe him having a future, but that's a myth. Just making sure the screen works. People smash the like button. Let's go. It's game time. Let's go. We're doing the huddle. Come on, boys. Let's go. Jesus is looking serious. We're wearing the black kit. Hopefully, we're dressed for West Ham's funeral today. Come on, boys. No messing about. It's Sunday. Please. Xhaka looks serious. I can't lie. The stadium is packed out. Let's go. The bubbles are flowing. Arteta looks serious. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, ref. What's going on? Edu loves ripping up a contract. Pepe's contract probably going to get ripped up. 3 points is all I want. Tierney's going to do the business today. Tierney assists anytime. You know what? Tierney go. 2-1 Arsenal. Tierney and Jesus. And we have kickoff, people. We have kickoff. Let me move, man. Oh, I'm moving stuff that does not need to be moved, bro. Where is this screen? Let's put me there. Sorry, folks. That just looked a bit odd. Let's do that. Yeah, calm. Everything is calm. Arsenal in possession. Thomas Partey. Dodgy touch from him. Boy, get them out now, lad. Get them out now. That's a goal kick to Arsenal. Come on. Partey wanted 100 years, man. It's like he's booking a holiday. Declan Rice in there early. Declan Rice is probably going to want to play with a bit of swagger because he could be impressing potentially his new manager for next season. Ramsdale's played it short. He's found Gabriel having a good season. You are, Gabby. My defender. Rob Holding, brand new hairband, white socks over the black socks. But hey, Arteta's working magic. Ramsdale. West Ham trying to press us early and limit the space. Ramsdale's found Thomas Partey. Partey clips it into midfield. Terrible from Partey. That's the second one now. Declan Rice. Wake up, boys. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. West Ham are in possession and they're knocking it about. Zuma's gone long, trying to knock it into the channels. That's ours, ref. It's gone out, surely. It's our throw, ref. Thank you. Deep in our half. The press party, seen that on occasion. Gabriel Paulista puts his foot through it. Gonna need you today against Antonio. Ball's gone out of play. West Ham throw. Be patient. Big up you lot. Keep your thoughts, talking points, opinions, and the rest of it flowing, people. Without you lot, the platform is dead. Can we get to 200 likes for the end of the stream? We're at 142. Tierney. Crazy actually seeing Tierney play right now, isn't it? Really? Kieran Tierney. Rob Holding. Gabriel. Tierney doing up inverted fullback, as you can see. Xhaka providing the whip. So not much has changed. Gabriel has found Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka gives it back to his fellow left-footed teammate. Skips out, Tierney finds Partey. Partey to Holding. Holding backed himself, got away from that. Benjamin White can stretch his legs. Benjamin White to Bukayo Saka. First time, Saka, Odegaard is punched in behind for Benjamin White. Not the best of passes. Okay, here, all right, on him. He don't want to play. That is terrible from the West Ham lad. Gabriel Jesus is fighting as long with Benjamin White. Partey's found. Ref, how many? Yellow cards. There's no advantage. Ref, you got to get your books out. Can you see it? That's Benjamin White's legs in his own half, ref. He absolutely snapped him in two. You can't let Paqueta do that. Smell blood there from Kihir. He really should have stepped. I thought the pass into Benjamin White was poor, but he made a hash of that. Maybe the ball into their left-hand channel. That's the one. Is that the lad that was at PSG? Could never have been. Could never have been at Paris Saint-Germain. Can't fool me. Bugging. But yeah, people, 3 minutes in. Right, one sec, I'm still here. What's this on my screen? I can't see the scores line. Let's move that. Thank you. And we're back. Martin Odegaard delivers. Come on, boys. It's falling to Gabriel Martinelli. No, it hasn't quite. Martinelli, bang it. Don't pass. That's a cross. Yeah. No, the camera can be harsh. The camera can be harsh. Unlucky. We made a mess of that. It probably would have been offside. I hope we are. Big Gabby was there. Not probably the one you don't want. Come on, boys. Odegaard's initial cross was dealt with, and then it fell to Gabriel Martinelli on the edge of the area. With the form he's on, I thought he was going to use the inside of his foot and wrap it to the far post. He's gone for the cross. It's not the best of options. And it looks like Big Gabby might have just taken that off Gabriel Jesus. Would it have gone to Jesus? Probably not, actually. Completely off target. And for someone who actually, for a defender, scores quite a bit of goals, really, could have probably done a lot better. KG, Declan Rice, Souček. To be fair, West Ham have started with intensity. Bowen, Kofal, Gabriel. Ooh, dodgy touch. You're going to hook it? Tries to anticipate contact. Well in, Gabby. Can you earn a throw-in? Can you earn a throw-in? Can you earn a throw-in? Hooks it clear, but he's actually put us in problems. Bowen, Declan Rice. This is poor from us there. It's here with Antonio on this right-hand side. It's crossed. It meets the head of Paqueta. It's falling to Cresswell. Oh, my days, boys. What we doing? Paqueta? Never, ref, never. How dare you? Man, I'm appealing for a penalty. Shut up, you shameless hammers. Big up West Ham, but you're shameless. Granit Xhaka dribbling. Could have released it. We need to hold on to the ball. Ref. Hey, Xhaka, that's a smart foul to win. Wow, my word. David Moyes thinks he should have a pen. Nah, come on, man. I mean, it's been booted into his hand. The ref had a clear view. I mean, holding it within 2 in a week. You've seen them giving it booted straight into his hands. It would have been very disservice. If you've got a stream, share it up. I'm watching it on TV. Rob Holding. He's better than Cannavaro. Kieran Tierney, inverted left back. Gabriel. I mean, you can see the absence of Zinchenko felt here in it really immediately. Again, West Ham so far started intense. They're snapping at our heels. Great pass from Gabriel into Odegaard. Ref, how many fouls there? Odegaard skips past Declan Rice. Odegaard literally plays like that. He's so wavy. Bukayo Saka. Ref, how many? Ref, how many? Well in Saka. Saka, you're going to have to get used to that. Doubled up against and whatnot. We've done well. I can't lie. I have to give credit to West Ham so far. They're snapping at our heels. Making it difficult. Congested early on, man. Gabriel Jesus, Kieran Tierney, Flying Scotsman. Nice to see him get a starting thingy. 2-0 to Arsenal is my prediction. Hope Tierney does the business, not to mention our attackers. Amen, bro. I don't care who scores, how we score, just that we ultimately score. Bukayo Saka puts a ball into the box. No, he doesn't. He plays a 1-2. Benjamin White. Saka shaping up for the shot. Can't. Partey. Odegaard. Lovely. Benjamin, get that in the box. Yes! Yes! Flag stays down. Come on, ring it, Jesus. Come on, let's go, boys. 0-0. Yes, sir. It's like a new signing. All right, boys. Great move. Switch on. Switch on. I did say I felt like there's a goal within this first 10 minutes. And it's against the run of play, to be fair. Who cares, though? Lovely play. Odegaard, the architect. Benjamin White, technically, I'm sure that's an assist. Who cares? Gabriel Jesus has bagged. Lovely move from us. 0-0, boys. Lovely pass from Partey in the build-up. Saka's also done well, as has Benjamin White. Partey, Odegaard, Saka, well in. Obviously, Jesus has got the goal. Lovely 1-2 with Saka and Benjamin White. Lovely. Partey as well. Listen, big up you lot. White and obviously Saka, I said I wanted to see more from my right-hand side today. Thank you. It looks like there'll be a VAR check. West Ham might feel hard done by. They could have had a penalty shout, allegedly. I didn't see it. Can't comment on it. Word to Wenger. But we'll take that. We'll take that. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Well in, Benjamin White. You don't need to watch football when you play like this. Come on, boys. Spare a thought, man. Have all the West Ham and Arsenal fans even sat down yet? Who knows or cares? But Arsenal have drawn first blood. Lovely play. And lovely from Jesus to finish. And Arsenal are winning a 0-0. But as we know, it's a 90-minute game. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Smash the like button, people. We're a goal ahead. Ref, have a word. Jesus does the Brazilian thing. Ref, it's gone out. Ref, it's gone out. Ref, swear your mom's life you haven't seen that gone out. If they score from this, ref, you need to pull that back. That's incompetence at its finest level. Can't lie. Gabriel, our centre-back, is in the trenches today. It's going to be a long day for those on the left-hand side. Martinelli's feeling a little knock there. Come on, man. Soldier that. Soldier that. We don't need any of that. Bro, there's nothing Holding could have done. Like, he's done this, innit? But we've seen how many times in the Prem. That will be given on another day. The Premier League make it up as they go along. It's always fearful. Gabriel, when scoring first this season, we've lost none of the 21 games we played. We have drawn 3 and won 18. Nice start, people. Smash the like button. Appreciative to you lot. Again, the only thing better than watching Arsenal is watching it with you lot across Twitch and YouTube, man. Thank you lot for you lot being you. Come on, Ramsdale. This is lovely. This is lovely. Tierney doing up inverted. Tierney propaganda throughout the live stream. Holding. Tierney. Look at Tierney. Hey, centre mid. Anything Zinchenko could do, I could also do. In fact, let me not talk too tough. Zinchenko might have played that pass. But it's best to keep possession. Rob Holding. Good ball. Odegaard. Good ball. Hey, Holding. I like that. Saka. Let's go. Hey, it's a 2v2. Look up, Jesus. Jesus looks up, tries to switch players. That going to make it to Martinelli on the left-hand side? Yes, it is Martinelli. Rip him. Rip him. He don't want it. Rip him. Martinelli with it outside the foot. Ooh, my star boys are unloading some new skills out here. Martinelli again in possession. Puts it into the box. Odegaard. Yes! Hey, we're moving mad. We are moving mad. My Capitano. We are on fire. Hey, lovely move. Again, this is Arsenal. This is our ball. Wenger, I hope you're watching this. I really hope you're watching this. This is amazing. Hey, David Moyes, don't watch that, my brother. It's cool, man. Next week, you lot go again, man. It's just the 3-point debt collectors are in town. It's normal. It's not your fault. You're playing a serious team. Lovely from us. Lovely play. Martinelli well in as well. Well in. Cross cut out. Hey, Tierney does well as well. Martinelli puts it back into the box. My FPL gets an assist. Oh, the God, yes, he loves it. 10 minutes in. Lovely start. Lovely start. Blinking, you miss it away from home. Lovely from us. Lovely team move once again. I don't even want to just highlight who scored or who assisted because it's a lovely move from back to front. Smash the like button, people. Martinelli does well there. And again, Martinelli's final ball is improving a lot. How many times have we said that? How many times is he finding man in the back post? Why? Come on, boys, man, put the game to bed. This game can get put to bed, you know. This game, and it's deep because I think West Ham started well. You see why I'm not jealous of Mikel Arteta or David Moyes or whatever. Can you imagine? Like, I say this every time. You're sat there and you're planning for things all week. Eventualities, they actually started quite well. 10 minutes in, 2-0 down. You see why being a manager is a mad thing? It's a Mazzolini. I'm not jealous at all. Yeah, you get paid a lot, but the stress, David Moyes stress, you know. Hey, the master is beating the apprentice. Rob Holding, come on, boys. It's 2-0. We've been here before, you know. We were here last week, away from home, 2 goals up. Great start. What happened at the end? Partey does well, finds Odegaard. Odegaard tries to bring in Jesus. Unlucky. Good defending by Mr. Zuma. Meow. You think I forgot about what you do? Partey. Oh, ref, come on. Ref, come on. We playing football. What? That's soft, ref. Come on. We was gone. Twice Martinelli has tried that ball and West Ham are just completely and utterly sleeping. What I said at the start of this live stream, that defense, they're giving us things. They're not clearing the balls. Midfield, they can chat to us. Strikers can cause problems. Midfield as well. Defense is their issues. Ever foul ref. Antonio's looking for that. Say, well, he fell for that ref. You're going to trust a brother with the cameras that are there, not even touching the back of his head. I'm doing Antonio dirty. I've met him. You man ain't really trying to let up. Hey, listen, we need to win a game of football, man. This looks like a slapping. Listen, 0-0 is 2-0. Who's West Ham players not tracking Odegaard? Horrible defending. Lovely for it. Holding. If you're injured, this is where we need to learn. Sit down for a bit. Let's take this thing out the game. If we can frustrate these lot, it's calm. No hang time. No hang time. You have to. It's a stray. It's a stray. You had to catch that stray. Holding's hair probably came roll longer than that. Rob Holding goes long. He's better than Cannavaro. I gassed him. That was horrible still. First and seconds. It's a dogfight. Declan. Arsenal should be playing with 12 players today. West Ham with 10. Remember where you want to join. Remember where you want to be part of this litness. No letting up. No letting up. No letting up. No letting up. Benjamin White. Lovely, man. Exploited the wide areas. Lovely. Lovely, man. I can't lie. This has been a great season, man. 13 minutes in. Smash the like button. This is wavy with you lot, people. Again, Arsenal are winning 2-0. Odegaard and Gabby Jesus have made the difference. Odegaard's found Martinelli. Martinelli's dummy dip. Flying Scotsman Tierney. Let's get an assist. We're gone. We're back in business, baby. Tierney. I'm going to pretend I never saw that pass. I didn't see it, but Arsenal have lost possession, and now Bowen is trying to lead a counter. I didn't see it. Come on, Tierney, man. No one's going to be more happier than me if you get an assist or something, man. We're leaving with something. Hey, Bowen, they said you're better than Saka, you know. I'm not forgetting these comparisons. Respectfully to you, boy. You can't be part of the squad, but they keep comparing my star boy to peasants. You're better than Hudson-Odoi, though. We've got a physical battle. As you can see, Antonio, anytime he can, he's trying the thing against Gabriel and Holding. And you can see the two centre-back colleagues, you know, appreciate each other's commitments. Kafau. As I said, they're going long. We were 2-0 up away from home last week. Don't want to get excited. The next goal is vital. Kill optimism. Don't force it, but we've shown when we go forward, we can present issues. Long throw into the box. It's headed on. Ramsdale, get there. Thank you, Ramsdale. Relax, dog. It's a dogfight out there. Big up Matt Turner and all my American viewers. Subscribe if you haven't. Ramsdale finds Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus playing like a deep line playmaker. Easy DG. Come on, you Gunners. 2 love to make it 4. There he said it. 4. I want the game put beyond doubt. Partey. Ooh, sends Paqueta for a bagel. Saka, rip him. I don't want to hear nothing from Cresswell. Rip him. Does well to keep it. Saka, you're being too nice. I want highlights. Thomas Partey. Come on, man. Partey, what a footballer. Tierney. Jesus everywhere, man. DG, Arsenal Champions League trophy once and never again, or Jamaica World Cup final. I mean, I love Jamaica being the World Cup final. If you're talking about Jamaica, Arsenal win Champions League or Jamaica win the World Cup, Jamaica win the World Cup. I'm sorry. Martinelli. Xhaka. Ooh, Xhaka busting skills. Finds Jesus, not the best of passes. Kafau. Hey, what's going on, Sky? I rip him Brazilian stuff, to be fair. Kafau's done well. Jesus has done poor there. Bowen. Bowen 747. He'll lose it. He'll lose it. He'll lose it. That's us. That's us. Don't let them out. Don't let them out. Well in Partey. Well in Tierney. Let's go. Up it, up it, up it, up it, up it, up it. Turn up the pressure cookers now, man. Don't let them out. Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, Martinelli. Man on, man on. Martinelli got to do better. Well in Xhaka. Ref. Oh my days. Ref. Am I the only one that just seen that tackle on Xhaka? We're both chatting though. We're lying still. We should have been playing for that. Arsenal, we should have played for that. We'd had a free kick in a cute position there. Granit. Avoid what happened last week, guys. I was devastated. There you have it. Low-key happy Tierney getting a full start. Need to see what he can do in the system, not just be a defensive option in the final minutes. You're right there. 165 likes. Can we close into 200 people? Ref, that's another foul. Ben Rama. I don't want to see hype into my players. Ain't diggity, your misses. It's crazy out here. While you're at training, it's mad. But anyways, Tierney in possession. Odegaard, very silky. Plays like that. Like, what a player Odegaard is, man. Potential to go up so many. I know we talk about Saka, Saliba, Martinelli, but Odegaard, I know he's a bit older than them, but for me, he's up there as well, like in terms of potential. I mean, that's one of Arsenal's best signings, really. You know, that's probably Arteta. Would it be fair to say that's Arteta's best signing so far? There's been a lot of decent ones. You know, we brought in Zinchenko, Jesus, but like, bro, 30 million quid for Odegaard. No one was really rate. Odegaard's stock kind of took a hit. One of the failed FM wonder kids and that. Thomas Partey, Bukayo Saka. Rip him, Saka, man. You're being too kind. Rip him, man. Finds Odegaard. Odegaard, wavy. Just looking over everywhere. Benjamin White. Ref. Well in. Partey. Tierney. Oh, that's a ball. He's onside. Xhaka. Martinelli. Look up. Granit Xhaka. I can't lie. We're moving it well in their half. Tierney. Gives it back to Granit. Granit. What a player Granit's been this year. Finds Tierney. Lovely to see. Echoing C's word. Lovely to see Tierney getting a full start, getting some minutes. It's lovely to have options. 17 minutes. We played 125 passes to their 26. This is why West Ham find themselves, you know, whether David Moyes is there or not, you'd imagine West Ham need to and will bring in some defenders, really. It's not good enough. Martin Odegaard, he loves playing here. Finds Granit Xhaka. Credit to Xhaka, man. Xhaka and Tierney have been everywhere so far. Not too many options for the man in possession. Martinelli. Tierney. Sees Odegaard. Play it. That's poor too. It was choreographed from Tierney there. You got to put a bit of disguise on that. West Ham on the cat wall holding. That weren't nice. Big chance for Antonio to stretch his legs. He's on this left-hand channel. He's got no options. Skins holding again. Sierra Oscar, holding. What the fuck, bro? Is it a pen? Why did you slide, bro? Is that a corner? But holding, you're my guy, you know, better than Cannavaro. But that was a bit murky, you know. I don't know. I need to see that one again. Holding, we didn't. Is Antonio looking for it? I don't know. Holding got nowhere near the eye. We got a corner. All right, cool. On my life, people, my heart stopped. About to say, what was the eye holding? You're my guy, you know, he's scaring me. Why did you do that? But again, that is what you need to be doing if you're West Ham. Get holding out in the channels. And that's just a reminder that we've started well. We need to keep going. They have a free kick in a lovely position, West Ham. They have a notable height advantage on us as well. Ref, I hope you're seeing what Zuma's doing to Ramsdale. Ramsdale, you see, every time we get a keep, we put someone on, we put Benjamin White on the keeper, something happens. Declan Rice, that was meaty. Benjamin White deals with it. I was about to say, West Ham get another opportunity. That's a decent little whip. We've dealt with that again. Jesus, get there. Win the foul for me. He'll foul you. You have to get near him. I rip Paqueta, man. Tierney, man on. Yo, Tierney. Oh, Jesus. Oh, someone got ripped. Bowen. Razicillo. Bowen is cool, man. These are the boys from Brazil. He's calm. Jesus is so wavy. Play a false nine like he does. Jesus is so wavy for us, man. Like a new signing. The only thing I need to see Jesus do in his time at Arsenal is get 20+ league goals. I think you've got the ability to do that. But that's probably been the one thing that's plagued you. This is a good start, man. It's a good start. Let's make it a great start, man. Well, I'm chatting. 20 minutes in. Well, a couple of seconds. Arsenal 2, West Ham 0. So far, so good. Partey took literally 3 minutes to wake up, but since he's woken up, maybe it was a long Saturday, he's been balling. I think Gabriel's been in the trenches early on. Can't really accuse a single player for not being that. Even Holding's played some decent passes. Got to keep going. It's that time of the season. Get the results. Benjamin White. Martin Odegaard been conducting. Ooh, what was that? He tried to force it there. Jesus puts his hand up as appreciation. Jesus doing whatever he needs to do to help the team. Yep. Lovely. That's a poor pass from Paqueta. Saka says, see your ref. I hope you book him. Saka. Where's the options? Ref. Look at this Paqueta. Hey, Paqueta. Hey, Saka's toying with him. Ref. To be fair, Saka overplayed. Get up, Saka, man. You should have just played for the free kick, if I'm honest. Declan Rice finds Bowen. Don't foul him, Tierney. Tierney, you know you need to get back here in no man's land. Foul. Zuma. Oh, Shape's been good. Zuma to Benjamin. Sorry, man said to Benjamin. Why? I'm looking at Benjamin. Right? To Declan Rice. Apologies. Oh, that is a poor pass back to the keeper. Can't lie. West Ham having teething problems building it from back to front. Can't get out there off. Benjamin White. Bukayo Saka. Ref. Other word. Gives it back to Benjamin White. Lovely play. Benjamin Manon. Odegaard. Oh, Odegaard. Lovely silky pass. Hey, we're moving mad, you know. We're playing some good football. Thomas Partey. Disguised the shot. Martin Odegaard. Oi. Finish. Someone finish. Partey's doing reverse passes. Odegaard's doing flicks. We need this. Martinelli, make the foul. Don't let them out. That's all they want. Bowen and Antonio, ref, never. Get up, Bowen, man. This guy's always on the floor. Shut up, man. You're not injured. In fact, we should just put the ball out. It wastes his time. Put the ball out, boys. Put the ball out, man. Bowen's always throwing himself to the floor, man. Sonic the Hedgehog, man. Or he's just running in circles. Nothing happened to you. What happened to you? But nothing happened to you. Not you're chatting. Oh, in fact, you know what? It could have been one way. He hurt himself. That looked a bit painful. Back up to his feet, man. Boy cried wolf. Doing well so far, so good. 20 odd minutes in. Oh, Benjamin White. I'm not sure I don't want to see that. Jesus almost intercepted it. Oh, and Martinelli's on Zuma. Sly little push there. Zuma's done well. Fabianski's kicked it long. First and seconds. Free. Hey, it's a free one for Partey. Someone could have told Partey, man. He's headed it on. And actually, it's another chance for us. Jesus, he's fouled. Martinelli picks up the piece. I dive Martinelli. Should have hit the deck. Martinelli, this could be the third. Squares it. Not the best of passes. Odegaard shoots. Surely Jesus is offside. He is. Come on, boys. That third will be there. Ball's just in the middle of the park, people. You know, Partey had all the time in the world to bring it down. I thought one of his teammates could have told him. West Ham are giving the ball back away quite a lot, you know. Keep going, boys. Keep going. Realistically, DG, how fit would Saliba really be if he's going to be out for over a month by the time the City game comes along? It'd be a tough call. It will, man. It will. He's obviously going to be a bit rusty. I hope he's doing some low-level workouts and stuff, but nothing can replicate, you know, playing football and being fit. And it's a tough game to come back to. But if he's fit enough to play, we're going to need him. Bowen up against Tierney. No corner. The ref throw in. Ref, that's ours. Xhaka can't believe it either. Keep going, boys. Keep going. Oh, I got a lot of time for Granit Xhaka, man. My guy. Thomas may have stepped on him. I didn't see nothing, man. Big up yourself, File. I overslept, missed the first goal. I'm happy to see Tierney getting a start, so I'm happy. I mean, what a way to wake up, mate. What a way to wake up, lad. What a game to wake up to. Blink and you miss it. Gabriel skips past Antonio and finds Holding. Holding, carry it. You don't need to make the pass yet. Carry the ball, man. Back yourself, Holding. Finds Partey. The next goal is so vital in this game. Partey goes back to Rob Holding. Credit to everybody who's, you know, in the latest one, Rob Holding stepped to the dog quite well in the West Ham game so far. In the games you've deputized for Saliba, you can definitely see some mistake. Ramsdale, what a sexy pass. Lovely pass to Benjamin White. I don't know what he was doing there. You're better than that, but it's a throw-in for Arsenal. Gabby Jesus. Bro, this Gabriel Jesus guy, does he rest? What do you eat for breakfast? He's everywhere, like a centre-back, a defensive mid, a left winger. He just doesn't stop running, man. What a guy. And now I find myself watching not only the game, but watching him off the ball. Granit Xhaka, I mean, hey, look at the run Jesus is making. Martinelli, don't lose it. Thank you. Thomas Partey, West Ham can't get near us. We just look like a team that can pass the ball. They don't. Jesus back in possession here. Playmaker settings. Finds Benjamin White. We've looked good. We've looked dangerous all over the pitch. Jesus, Partey. Doing all right, man. Looking very dangerous. So far, so good from us. Gabriel. So many of them. We might have to prepare for William being effectively out for the rest of the season. Have to remember they're considering surgery. We have to. Everything. I literally, not that I know, the vibe I get from Arsenal is literally touch and go. It's one of them ever-changing scenarios. Jesus, it's a lovely attempt. Probably asked too much of Benjamin White there. Throw in for West Ham United. If you haven't subscribed, commented, or importantly, smash the like button, please, 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 please subscribe, people, and smash the like button. These things boost the engagement. Zinchenko is at the ground, obviously watching the game with the team, not in the squad. But this is what it's about. People filling in. People filling in. Let's finish that. Big up, Teen. You don't want to go Newcastle. Come on, Teen. You're one of the lads, man. Big up yourself, Nathan. If you've got a live stream or you know where someone can watch this, please help them. Twitch Gang One Love as well for tuning in. Make sure you're following on both platforms. Holdings just put his foot through it. Sometimes that will do it, man. Again, game management. We conceded in the 42nd minute against 42nd minute and 87th minute against Liverpool. Away from home, 2 goals up. I'm not trying to criticize us, but we just have to learn, innit? The game's not done. We've done well. Very good. We need, like you said here, we need to close the game out. It's as simple as that, but there's a lot of time. Just keep doing what we're doing. Just keep, whatever the gaffer's told you to do, keep doing what you're doing. And the rest take care of itself. Gabriel, so far, so good. I think every Arsenal player stood up to be counted. I don't think there's a single player I'm looking at and saying, oh, do you want to play today? We look dangerous whenever we progress, move forward with the ball. There's great combination plays all over the field, as shown with the goals we scored, or the 2 goals we scored. I think Holding has stood up to be counted so far. I think Gabriel has as well. Ramsdale's not had much to do, but been good in terms of his distribution. Tini's doing okay. Curse of the commentator, weren't the best of passes from Ramsdale there. West Ham looked like they had a game plan. It just looks like it's been thrown out the window now. Good ball from Gabriel to find Gabriel Martinelli. He cannot find Gabriel Jesus, and it's given back here to West Ham. West Ham have presented the ball back to us on a number of occasions as well. I do like us off the ball. One love to my favourite Spurs fan, Paul. Again, he's dropped a link there if you're looking for such. Antonio flicks it onto Bowen. Bowen to Antonio. Antonio's a tricky customer, the Jamaican international best striker in the league. He's earned a throw-in off Kieran Tierney for his troubles. West Ham have stopped with the pressure. It's not sustainable, really, to press for 90 minutes or add pressure for 90 minutes. It's not as fit as these guys are. I think West Ham's problems are probably what they've been all season, among other things. Your defenders. As C said, certain defenders are not stepping out with our runners. They're giving the ball away to us. That's a lovely ball from Declan Rice to Kafau. He's offside. Anyways, to be fair, I think that was a close call, maybe even a harsh call. But that's positive for West Ham. It shows they're getting forward a bit, innit? 176 likes, people. We're flirting with 200. Unlucky, David Moyes. Unlucky, my guy. Unlucky. Again, I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm not nervous, but I'm nervous. I just want us to see out the game. I want the game put beyond doubt. I reckon there's another goal before half-time if we really want it. You get one more, and these lot start thinking about maybe Europa League, or I don't know who West Ham got next week. Again, we need to be beating West Ham today and beating Southampton before we even talk about City. Martin Odegaard in possession, done well to find Partey. Thomas Partey, Gabby Jesus. Oh, ref, surely that's a free kick. Thank you, ref. You're not going to book him. This centre-back here, you're rubbish, man. I promise you, you're rubbish. You're proper rubbish. No wonder you pick up West Ham, but there's got to be a comment. How you gone from Paris Saint-Germain Champions League to this? And you're not even looking like one of the best players. Ref, he's late. That's very late. How's that not booking? I'm curious. Why is Jesus dropping so deep? Is that sustainable? I mean, this is what he's been doing since he signed for the club, essentially. And as he drops, someone else at that moment will filter into his position. He's taking the free kick quickly here. All right, it's Tottenham's day today, people. If we win. Thank you, because I'm going to go and troll all my supporting friends. Odegaard's tried to play a give and go with Benjamin White. Benjamin White's got it back. Come on, boys. Where's the support? Bukayo Saka, I put that on your left and wrap it, man. Thank you. He's wrapped it into the box. Think we could have done better there. Not only the crosser with Saka, but someone challenging. Saka's attempted to win the ball back. That's good play from Ben Rama, really. It's here with Cresswell. I told all Cresswell wants to do is knock it into the channels, and this is a good phase of play from West Ham. Antonio could be in here. Gabriel says none of that. Gabriel versus Antonio, none of that. None of that. Lovely, Gabby. Lovely. Stuff like that is as vital as scoring. West Ham are trying to break. They're just trying to break, essentially. And we've given it back here. Oh, my days. Oh, Gabby. Gabby. I was just praising you. Oh, Gabby. Well, it wouldn't be Arsenal without this. Gabby, man. Paqueta looking for it as well. Gabby, man. Gabby. Gabby. Another not having a clean sheet. VAR going to have a look. And it's a handball from Declan Rice. Surely Partey's bugging. Oh, Gabby. Referee. I didn't see it. I can't comment on it. Gabby, just after doing so well. Why did you slide, brother? Gabby. Is it a handball from Declan Rice in the build-up? Can we bust case? Partey caught on the ball. Gabby kind of, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, Paqueta's reaction, he knows it's dark arts. We got to learn to do that. He's playing for that, man. No way we've seen 2 pens missed in a week. The only thing I think can help us is Declan Rice handball in the build-up. Oh, no clean sheet. Nervous one. The only way we can, but VAR's having a look. The only way we can bust case is if Kroenke gets the money out or Declan Rice. He played for the pen, but it is a pen, man. You know, it is a pen. Gabriel's clock that I shouldn't be sliding. He's tried to pull his leg back. It's too late. My man's anticipated the contact. He's gone down and it happens. Street smartness. The only way we can bust case is if Declan Rice handballed it, and I don't think that's going to bang for us. I think the penalty's been given, and Ben Rama will take. Well, the next goal is vital. We're doing the drama thing. I don't think Ben Rama misses this. Another clean sheet goes begging for Ramsdale. Yeah, sends the keeper the wrong way. Boys, 0-0, switch on. You got to switch on now. Got to switch on. You know, we've seen some crazy games all season. We've seen some crazy games in the Premier League. You've conceded. If you felt you was probably too comfortable when the game was done, boy, another cheap goal to concede a cheap phase of play. Game on. 3-goal thriller. Boy. Drama. Boys, don't watch that, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. No one get excited. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Literally. Well, not that. It's crazy, man. Just after praising Gabriel, man. Just bigging you up, Gabriel, man. Okay. Aaron Ramsdale. Teeny. I don't know, man. But we went 2-0 up away from home last week. No margin for error. Granit Xhaka. Teeny. Everyone just do the simple stuff. Teeny over the top. That's a decent ball for Martinelli. Kafau experience reads it. Kafau's done poor there, really. Yeah, man. Partey's bugging as well, man. Ramsdale's not saved any pens so far. I mean, I don't understand how it's not hit his hand, but prevention is better than cure, innit? If Partey don't give the ball away, we're not talking about this, innit? I see Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, I now saw Paqueta do it. You know, we need to do a lot better. And again, we've given the ball away on the transition. Ben Rama's and ref never a foul. Partey's made the mistake, overcompensating, and now he's got a yellow. Boy, switch up. Yeah, are we going to do this drama thing? Partey's been given a yellow card. Partey, get your head in the game, man. You've been moving weird. You started off like this. You then started being very crisp and comfortable. And now, look. The game's not done. Great run from Ben Rama, really. I mean, yellow card's a bit harsh. He's used it. It is a foul, but a bit harsh. I think that is very harsh to get booked throw a yellow out. Like. Oh, it looks like it's going to be drama. A lot of naiveties. If you don't come away with 3 points, you don't win. Oh my God, Ramsdale's had to make a save. Is it offside? Boys, just get back to doing what we was doing, man. Ten minutes before half time. You can't afford to. I would be the greatest of respect. You draw games like this, the league's gone. I'll be so honest. You have to beat West Ham and Southampton. Odegaard, if you're going to zonal mark, please be good. Ball into the ball. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Another corner. Getting sticky. That's never a yellow for Pie. I think it's very harsh. Foul, yeah, but... And that was me, people thinking we're going to fly straight today. It's going to be a calm game, standard. No drama. Odegaard, take your hands off Declan Rice, please. Ref, watch the hands. Oh, Ramsdale, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Odegaard clears. We're under the cosh now. Declan Rice beats Odegaard to it. Cresswell, Odegaard, don't let him get past you. Ball into the box. Benjamin White. Saka win the foul. No, Saka, look after the ball there. Jesus, we're under the cosh now. See, this is why you have to kill inspiration in teams. West Ham look a much better team now. Look, more positive. Ben Rama, Saka's done well. Ref, that's ours. Oh, wow, ref, thank you. Shut up, Ben Rama, man. Nothing happened to you, bro. Boys, relax, man. Nervously finishing period. A bit almost in that regards, identical to the Liverpool game. Just calm down. This ref has now given 3 penalties to West Ham in the last 3 games. Wave after wave again for West Ham. Hey. 185 links. We're almost at 200, folks. Benjamin White, boys, just keep doing what you're doing. And this is where you need Gabby Jesus. Gabby Jesus loses it, however, though. Declan Rice. We will get chances, boys, because at the same token, the more they put us under pressure and they feel the game's theirs for the taking, go down the other end. Their next goal. Now they're going to go, unfortunately, go into half-time with a bit of inspiration, the exact thing you don't want. Martinelli wins the header. But this is the Premier League. They're fighting for their lives. You're going to be under the cosh at times. We just need to get back to the same standards. Pardon me. Arsenal are a fairly young team and it still shows in certain aspects of the game. Still think you take the game away from them in the second half. I hope so. But you're speaking facts. Oh, Gabriel. See, even that's a bit nervous. Prevention is better than cure, but where's the communication? He's had to put that out. Throw into West Ham. Kafal, straight Sunday league settings. Long throw into the box, providing havoc for us. We knew what we was up against. Hands down, Partey, please. Ball in. Oh, I think a West Ham man might have headed that out. Kept alive by Declan Rice. Paqueta delivers it back in. Gabriel wins the header. Paqueta tried to do the movie settings with his weaker peg. It didn't bang. Settle, boys, man. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. There's a lot of football to be played. You got 5 minutes left of this half. In my opinion, at least 3 minutes of added on time or 2. There was a little brief period for the pen. Dropping our standards, man. Again, football's a 90-minute game, man. Holding. Back yourselves, boys. Jesus, just keep doing what you're doing. Holding. Don't hook it. Thank you. Jesus. Benjamin White, that was soft, but it's found Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel, boys, I don't mind this. Hold on to it. Holding. Keep it, boys. Don't panic. Keep it. Ramsdale wants. Aaron Ramsdale. Don't go long. Gabriel wants. Back ourselves, boys. Back ourselves. Oh, Ramsdale, Odegaard, Partey. Okay, Partey, you especially need to wake up. Odegaard, Jesus, man on, ref, man on. Zoom, allow it. You can never move to Jesus like that. Benjamin White, Saka's made the run. You might be offside, Saka. I think Benjamin White had a reluctance for exactly that reason. Odegaard, Benjamin White, Saka, you're in. Saka, you're in. Pull it back across. He has. Martinelli. Jesus, Odegaard, Martinelli's taking it off course. Make the foul, Martinelli. Don't let him break. Don't let them break. Don't let them break. This is the problem that West Ham possess for us. Don't let them go. Boys, that's ours. Boys, chill out. Martinelli, Welling. Hey, we can see that dip in possession and the ability to stay in pressure without Zinni. I hear that. Standards, boys. We're forcing it a bit. Partey, get your head in this, man. You're going through the motions, man. Sometimes you're looking wavy, then you're not. Settle, boys. Partey's moving mad. You know it's your fault when you're blaming next guys as well. Gabriel wins the header. Tierney hooks it. It's cannoned off a West Ham man. Gabriel. Xhaka. Tierney hooked. Someone get their body there. Jesus. Ref. What the hell? Ref. And Jesus is still going strong. Ref, come on. All right, ref, there's a foul off the boys. What I could foul. Suck your mum. Don't do that to Jesus. What are you doing? Ref, guys are pushing people off the ball. If you, oh my days, Kafal, behave yourself. Please keep it football. Bastard. I'd have done the same if I was a fullback because I could see exactly what he did. Just a little sly one where Jesus is getting up. Just a little knees in the midsection. Just a little one on the slide. You think I don't clock these dark arts? I see it. Rob Holding, don't panic, bro. They don't want to see you succeed. Come on. Gabriel, Holding. Teeny once. Come on, boys. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Benjamin White doesn't get it. Teeny's just showing. Teeny doing inverted fullback again. Teeny finally gets it. Kieran Tierney, Gabriel. What a thrilling game this is. Are you not entertained, people? 3 goals in the first half. Jesus. Granit. Jesus. Bowen tries to win it back. Granit Xhaka, Odegaard won it 10 years ago. That ball it didn't need to go to Tierney or Partey, man. It could have went straight into Odegaard. Bring on Jorginho. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure, bro. Where West Ham look a threat on the counter and very quick, I'm not too sure. I think we'll be probably a bit too exposed with him and Holding on the counter, if I'm honest. Martin Odegaard attempts to switch play. Great pass. Sexy pass. Finds Jesus. Tierney. Does a little dribbling thing. Come on, Tierney. Get the crossing. That's a decent knock. Zuma sends it back where it came from. Arsenal throw. Boys. 2 minutes until half time. Excluded added on time. Just relax. Just relax. It's scary, man. You draw this, it's over. Tierney delivers. It's not found anyone. Mikel Antonio doing some defending. Benjamin White and Saka. Oh, Saka tried. Antonio just too strong. Ref, fuck off, man. How? It's a good foul to win from Antonio, but how? Where's the foul? Drop points today. It's done, man. Partey gets too complacent when we're winning. Does the pitch look slow? Ball seems to die when it's rolling. I don't know about any of that, but logically speaking, if you're West Ham and you know Arsenal, one of the best attacking teams, and the ball moves quite slick, would you water the pitch as much as you normally do? These little tricks of the game. Fabianski with the goal kick. He's gone long. Benjamin White completely misses it. It's falling to Ben Rama. Ben Rama does well to keep possession. What a little tricky customer he is. Delivers. Paqueta. Oh, my day. Surely Miles offside. Thank you, ref. Maybe we should have just played for the free kick. Tierney, what is that? Tierney. Gabriel Martinelli. Tierney, that didn't help anyone. That's our throw. How is that against us? Game management, boys. And to be fair, if West Ham play on, we don't need to stop. Like, are you going to attend to Cresswell rather than show me this mad camera angle, Sky Sports? West Ham are still in this. Bro, why are we even looking at the offside? Cresswell's 10 years offside. What happened to Cresswell? Something wrong with his eye. We hope you're all right, man. The nerves are starting to creep in, eh? This ref is going. Ref's moving mad, but we can't always do this crying about ref thing. I mean, good, bad, the ugly, really. Lovely goal, lovely moves. Martinelli, lovely assist for Odegaard. Oh, my days. It was great. 60 minutes in. First 10 or so minutes part. I mean, surely Declan Rice showing what he could bring to Arsenal. Him winning the ball back, or handball or not, creates that. Ramsdale went the wrong way. Don't say pens. It's cool though, Dizzy, man. But it's another game, unfortunately, we've given the Ops hope. 3 minutes of added on time. I was bang on. It's a throw in and the foul's gone long. Oh, that's a throw. Martinelli's hooked. Okay, here. We need to put their defense under some pressure, man. There's been too much stability in West Ham's back line again, man. I mean, it's a good game to see Declan Rice up close, the way he screens and protects, the way he nicks in sometimes. Player, man. Paqueta tries to play it in behind Kieran Tierney. Tierney puts it out for a corner. I'm so sick of all the all-round terrible refs in this league. Every team feels the sting of them. It's true, man. You look at Brighton, who are fighting for Europe. I go back to the Spurs game. If you watch Spurs Brighton in the last game, I don't know what some of the decisions were. Corner kick to West Ham, man. I can't lie. In truth, I'm nervous now. It's an in-swinger from Bowen. A bit of quality and we're under pressure and in problems. It's a good one. Oh, my God. The camera angle. I mean, the positive for West Ham, they've definitely ended or on set to end the first half better than they started it. And what are the West Ham players appealing for once the ball's gone out? What are they appealing for? Come on, boys, man. Please. No Mickey Mouse business today, please. Just keep what you're doing in these London derbies, man. Big up you lot, people. Smash the like button. PGMOL and the Ref Association need investigating, in my opinion. These decisions aren't even mistakes anymore. It's blatant corruption. They're just doing it on purpose, man. They're doing it on purpose. They don't care, bro, because some of these things that have gone in this game are not going to go in another. They just want talking points. It adds to this entertainment package of the Premier League. Xhaka, don't get them the ball, man. Relax. Hey, you stressing out my gaff for a long time since I've seen Mikel Arteta get out pen and paper. But you're making him get it out. Come on, boys. Throw into West Ham. Ref, it weren't there. Thank you. Boy. Cresswell to take this throw in for West Ham. Long throw. Meets the head of Benjamin White. Gabriel Jesus. Bukayo Saka. I ain't seen Saka with enough goal-scoring opportunities presented to him. Saka finds Benjamin White. Gabriel. Saka. Ref. Not really a foul, if I'm honest. It's a good touch, and we've got to make a foul, really. Gabriel Jesus, this guy does not stop running. Antonio doesn't either. The man's a monster. I'll be honest, I don't know how Antonio never got a free kick there. And he did, actually. And it looks like a yellow card for Jesus. To be brutally honest, he had to make that. Probably do. And I think people forget referees, if they're like us, whether you're a ref, a manager, a player, not everybody watches football, but you're a fan of the game. You have your own opinions. If I'm a ref and I think Jesus is a diver, for example, and there's a legit penalty thing, my unconscious bias that I think he's not a diver, I'm not going to give it. So, and I don't know why we behave like refs are robots. Like, they're prone to human emotion, especially when it comes to influence and all of those things at certain grounds. We're going into halftime at 2-1, conceding the goal in the manner we did and the way we kind of closed out that game kind of put a dampener on the first half. I would say there is indirect shades on the Liverpool game. Really, let me know you lot thoughts, people. We need Saliba back as soon as possible. Holding seems to be the trigger for the West Ham press. Yeah, and they're forcing him to wide areas. Really, West Ham are just trying to take advantage of us on our high line and counter-attacking with the pace of Antonio and Bowen and Ben Rama. It's kind of worked. But yeah, how was that not a handball by Rice? Sure that he could have only controlled that with his hands, still would have taken the lead at halftime. 0-0 seconds for the second half. The 2-0 lead is dangerous. The 2-0 lead is dangerous is a saying that encompasses us completely. I feel like if it's 3-0, the Ops slightly give up, and at 1-0, the team is slightly on edge because it isn't done yet. I agree. Saka's not at his best. Says C. Wait, what have you lot made of that so far, people? Who scored the 2? Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus. Rice chested that down. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it looked handball, but then it did look like chess. What I would say is we've given the ball away doing silliness, man. Losing our need to control our emotions. The fasting must be getting to party. Damn, am I happy at halftime? Pardon me, head is gone. Be lucky to win today. Arteta needs to sort it. Jesus off, Trossard on for me. Raw, Jesus off. Well, I can't say about that. Second half, now you will see how bad the Arsenal players want the title. I'd say to win the game of football, really, you know, for me, we ended it on my thoughts on halftime. I think we put a dampener on it based on how it ended. Bit of shades of the Liverpool game last week in that regards. Cheap goal conceded, different circumstances, but conceded a cheap goal, provoked inspiration in the opposition. And, you know, West Ham, you then saw some quality in possession, some sustained attacks. Not they ain't put us under the cosh, you know, but they have knocked on the door, really. They keep just trying to take us on wide areas. Gabriel and Tini have had their work cut out on the left, primarily trying to take advantage of Rob Holding out wide. Other than that, you know, we've been a bit poor on the transition, Partey a couple of times, more so for the goal. Apart from that, you know, we look like we could score whenever we do put moves together. That West Ham defense looks like it does have issues that we could exploit. We've obviously scored 2 good goals. We started the half well, so I can't really complain, man. I don't know why our intensity falls off. It must be a lack of street smartness, if I'm completely honest with you, and just overall naiveties. But the naiveties come from the young players and the experienced players. So maybe it's a habit. We're an improved defensive side. We're not a good defensive side, essentially. We need Trossard. Of course we need Trossard, but for who, though? Who are we going to take off? I think Odegaard's doing well. No handball from Declan Rice. There's a clip on Twitter showing that. Halftime came at a good time. West Ham would have wanted the game to keep going. Jorginho on to play closer to Partey would be my move if Xhaka ain't saying much second half. Nah, West Ham looked too much of a problem on the counter-attack for me to advocate Jorginho in there, if I'm honest. Why do we stop playing after going up, kill the game? Amen. Jorginho won. Partey's not in the game. We were absolutely scintillating for the first 25 minutes, but these refs are quickly making me want to give up on football. They're just doing it for the tabloid talking points. Partey's been awful, bit harsh. Get Saka off, Trossard up front, Jesus left wing. We have to calm down and finish this game. To be fair, Holding's been playing a couple nice passes out from the back. Last 15, 20 minutes was shaky. Boy, interesting talking points. Partey was being naive there, trying to be clever, no need for risk. I agree. The ref is against Arsenal. There was Trossard. I prefer him than Saka. Boy, American Gooner, one love for gifting out 5 community subs, and thank you on behalf of everyone who's just benefited from such. If you're not on Twitch, you are missing out, people. 196 likes. We're flirting with 200, folks. So yeah, being naive, control our emotions, displayed naiveties again. I think we just need to relax ourselves. If I'm honest, I just want Arsenal to relax, get back to basics. You've conceded the goal and just keep doing it because, you know, West Ham are fighting for their lives. They're going to hit back. We just need to take care of what we need to take care of. How do you think Arsenal will do next season with being in the Champions League as well as other comps? I don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't know. In relation to champs, can we just get out, assuming we're in there, can we just please just get out the group as a minimum? We have to be calm at this point. We have the lead here. Exactly. And we are going to be under the cosh at times. Can't complain about the ref when you're giving him decisions to make. Amen. And we're moaning about it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong, but we're moaning about the ref every week now. Just control the variables, again, that we could have. We've given the ball away unnecessarily. Gabriel slid for no reason and then kind of pulled it back. You know, for me, it starts and ends with Partey, really. But other than that, we've been good. Just get back to it. The next goal is vital. The next goal was vital at 2-1. The next goal is now. Is it going to be 3-1 or is it going to be 2-2? I mean, we can question the pen. It's a pen, man. You know, Gabriel's pulled back. Paqueta's bought it. Like buying it, you know, that there's nothing wrong with buying it. Paqueta's bought it, you know, it's street smartness. We need to be able to do that. Jesus does that. He's bought it. Gabriel's clocked what he's doing. He's pulled back. By then, he's seen a little bit of the contact and made it happen, really. So we can question that. We can question the handball, whether it was or wasn't. We can question, you know, the penalty. For me, the only thing I'm really questioning is why I don't agree with Partey's booking. I agree it was a free kick. I don't agree with the booking. But prevention is better than cure. We give it, like someone said, we gave decisions to make, man. It was definitely handball, family. DJ, I don't know if Jesus is boying it, playing at right back, 2 shots on target each. We're playing for goal difference too. We can't be shipping these goals. We don't like doing these things the easy way. We let them back in, poor touches and decision making. I can't lie. This Tierney centre mid experiment needs to stop. It's basically like playing with 10 men in the build-up. We need to stop conceding these cheap goals, frustrating. It wasn't handball. I've seen the replay play to the whistle. Bro, I don't like, again, even if it is handball, to a degree, it's kind of smacked right at Declan Rice when you deep it. But I would say Declan Rice has kind of shown what he can offer to Arsenal, nicking that ball where he did there. I think when West Ham kind of grew in a bit of confidence, you saw him protecting the back line. Partey's tried to be clever there. In fact, let me pre that again, man. This is why I record the game, because I want to see exactly what's happened there. What's actually happened there? He tried to do Jogo Bonito and it ain't banged. It's a bit like it's different, but it's like Partey at the Emirates when he was dilly-dallying on the ball for Marcus Rashford. What's happened there? You've got it from Tierney. Partey has time and space. You could have went out to Martinelli. You could have just turned and played Benjamin White. He tried to play clever, flick it over his head. Declan has said, forget all of that. Gabriel's played into it as well. And then looking at where is our defensive backline in the build-up to that as well. I mean, we're disjointed. You know, there's several errors there looking at it now. You know, Gabriel's on the right-hand side, Holding's on the left. So that immediately is the first. We've just been caught against it, innit? We've been caught, and we're just going to have to deal with that. Partey try to be clever. Gabriel / Holding wrong side. Just like Gabriel and Zinchenko for the first goal at Anfield. And that's the thing with Gabriel, man. He needs to cut out those little moments there, man. And just before that, he was quite. Did we not? There was an incident. He did quite well defensively, but it is what it is, man. Essentially, man, it really is what it is. Smash the like button, people. Comment your thoughts. Half-time thoughts. We got to kill the game, and to a degree, we might even be up against it. If I'm a West Ham man, or if I'm David Moyes, you want to give the crowd something to get behind and G them up and roar them up. A bit like at Anfield, not quite the same atmosphere. So we're going to have to just get back to basics, essentially. Just get back to basics. We just need to get back to basics. 2-0 up so early, and it seems like they didn't know whether to stick or twist. Exactly. We have to have that killer instinct. How can man be satisfied at 2 goals and there's hella time left? This is where City beat us. They don't give up these stupid goals. I prefer sub Jorginho onto Partey on the yellow right now. Hit his left arm, nice side, nice try though. I feel Tierney should be allowed to play his natural game. The Zinni role isn't working for him. Bit harsh. But yeah, man, maybe we'd get more width in that regards as well. But if this is what the gaffer wants, fair enough. It's just me or Saka been out of form for the past few games. If we had not winning this 4-1 or something, people forget about that pen they had. Rightly so. A bit like when we beat Leicester, everyone's forgetting Benjamin White was done dirty. But we need to get that. I think everyone can agree we need to get another one. Need to bring on Smith Rowe. Rice needs to calm down and kick it in his net. I hear that. Hopefully people are still happy that Zinni is injured. Nah, I'm not with that. I don't want that. I prefer in the second half Jorginho and Trossard on Partey and Jesus off. I mean, I wouldn't advocate it at 2-1, really. I'm not really convinced with, unless it's 3-4-1, I'm not really convinced with Jorginho on the transition, if I'm completely honest with you. But he could be utilised. Right, just going back in. Up to me. Big up you lot, folks. Keep your thoughts rolling. 213 likes. Can we scheme on 300 if you've hit the like button? One love. Halftime replay showed Rice handballed it. Makes no difference now. We go again. Come on, lads. Big second half. Tierney hasn't been that bad, but Partey has been almost doing the build-up play by himself. Needs Xhaka to drop Zipa. On the bright side, you man are still winning. Arteta needs to be smart with his subs now. Yo, DG, we keep doing this starting well and then relaxing. We have to kill off teams and always play our fast tempo game. It's difficult to play it for 90 minutes, so you have to be a bit smart. But generally, I agree in that we do well. We start fast, and it's like, okay, we've done the hard part, and that's kind of our problem. Football's a 90-minute game. Hopefully, we get that third. And if we bottle points from a winning position, there's issues. Start the second half serious and get that third goal. Very true. And although it's not the same, but going back to last week, we did well against Liverpool, kind of ended the last 10, 15, 20 minutes poorly. We didn't come out in the second half. Come back out how you did in the first half in the second. How about we make no changes and wait for the same 11 to react and have a quick start to the second half? I don't want no changes right now. I don't think there's a need for changes unless someone's picked up a knot. We burn ourselves out too quick. It's just street smartness, man. People should be sitting there and going, you know what, there's 10 minutes left, boys. Everyone relax. There's a time and a place to try things. 9 times out of 10, Partey, as I said at the start of the watch along, Partey, first 3 minutes, Partey was a bit meaty, and then he started playing ball. Like he was involved in the goal. 9 times out of 10, Partey plays these wavy passes. But as you've seen, Man United at home today, times where it doesn't happen. These things happen, mistakes happen. Whether it's a handball, whether it shouldn't have been a pen, whether Gabriel and holding her in the right starting position, it's happened now, isn't it? React. Do you think Arsenal need to buy a striker? For me, yeah, if you could get a more physical man, then why not? Ben White can step into midfield, but since we have holding on that side, it's not going to happen. Leave Saka 3v1. At least with Saka, they got that, not the same with the others, but they've got that respect for Saka. I wouldn't take Saka off. Trossard on, Saka off. Saka's done nothing since got paid. Bit harsh. He's been scoring goals really and truly, and his contract ain't been officially signed. Bit harsh. Keep your thoughts coming. Trossard on with Smith Rowe. I mean, nah, not at this moment. Trossard will be the first port of call. I can't say to be bringing on Jorginho and Smith Rowe and all these guys at this moment in time. I would like to see it, but it's too close right now, man. It's too close. To be fair, he might even draw for Eddie and put Jesus out wide. And I mean, again, this is where we're going to learn about Arteta's game management, apologies. Let's go, man. Let's go. One sec, people. I'm still here. Let's put my phone on charge. Oh, since I've moved everything around, there's hella space. There's hella space. This is lovely, 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 lovely. Lovely. Look, see how I went one way, I'm back again, folks. Wee. I'm too easily amused in this life, man. Let's sit back. Now, what a ball that was from Martinelli, man. His final ball. The thing is, we was just talking about that during the week, how Martinelli's final balls moving, man. Can't help but think you go up a significant level with a physical box 9. Of course, Aubameyang weren't really that, but for me, when you've got an Alexis Sanchez or Aubameyang at the time, that player with a bit of stardust, like Liverpool with Mo Salah, 9 times out of 10, my man's gonna bag. I think you got to pay the money, or we're trying to develop Saka and Martinelli into that. But if we had another talisman, someone with a bit more stardust, if we get 3 or more, bring them on. It depends, man. It depends. I think Trossard would need to come on. It's games like this, once again, if we had another 6 or an 8, you help us out a lot in midfield. It's one where it's nice to have Eddie back because you might need him to get a run out. You would have loved to have had Tomiyasu and El Nene, but they're not fit. Second half soon begin, folks. Ramsdale's out there. Boys, in my opinion, you drop 3 points today, you forget the league, innit? Like, even unfortunately, like, it's probably going to be a task too big. I feel 3 more goals in this game. Ivan Toney at Arsenal would be a beast after he's cleared up the betting charges. I hear that. Pardon me. But then again, if Southgate called him up, there can't be anything imminent. Second half is soon to begin, people. If you haven't smashed the like button, do that. Follow on Twitch. Big up American Gooner with the 3 subs and that. Second half to begin shortly. West Ham will kick off this second half. John Ant, shout out to you. Not quite what you're saying in the chat, though. You're always here. Ref, come on. What's going on? Thank you. West Ham have kicked off, people. Big up to you lot tuned in. At least just get more shots off. That's true. That is very true. And in fact, at half time, that's another thing I forgot to do. Tini appealing for things. Where is the screenshot? I want to see the halftime statistics, really. Thank you. So we can review that. Big up you lot, people. West Ham have started with a long throw. Something just tells me there's going to be a spanner in these works, man. All into the box by West Ham. Holding, I respect it. He got his head to it. Boys, we're going to have to absorb this pressure at some point. Just be patient, man, because at the same time, with them lot kind of throwing the kitchen sink at us, you might get a counter-attack. It's the set pieces that scare me, man. God, please allow me, man. West Ham delivery, that's a corner. Oh, my, the camera's playing games with me. Another corner. Oh, my God. Rob Holding, big up you. You're in the trenches. Come on, boys, man. Ref, are you watching the hands as well? Onslaught. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Another corner kick to West Ham. Corners galore, man. That's a ball. Oh, it's whistled wide. Ben Rama can't make any contact. Declan Rice tries to keep it alive. Declan's everywhere. Jesus sees it out. That's why you need Jesus. That is a form of defending. David Moyes giving that Braveheart speech at halftime. To be fair, Scottish accent, it must slap different. Like, it's like, I don't know why, but if I had a manager and they're from like they're northern or they got Scottish accent, something just says, you know, I want to run for a brick wall. It just everything just sounds so more serious. He had to. What else could he do? He has to reiterate, well, you man are playing for your lives. You probably got to be real. If your name's not Declan Rice, you might not be playing at a wavy team next year. Jesus wins the header. Flicked on by Zuma. Ref. Antonio hands all over Holding there. Holding's made a mare of that. I don't know what Mickey Antonio's tried to do. He's got a line, say try cross it. Kafau will keep that in. Kafau up against Xhaka. Ref. Xhaka, smart foul to win. Hey, boys. Things like that. Xhaka, relax. Everybody relax. Scares everyone, man. But Holding ain't put a foot wrong so far, man. We have to allow him. He's a bit beaky, but he's cool, man. Free kick to Arsenal. Since Arsenal's second goal, we've had one shot, none on target. They've had 7 shots, 2 on target, 11 touches in the up box to our 5, and they've had 5 corners. Jesus is surely fouled there, ref. Come on, man. You gave Partey a yellow for less. How on God's green earth has Zuma not been booked then, ref? Where's the consistency in your decisions? Boys, at least Partey made an attempt to play the ball. Zuma has made no attempt there. He's been smart. He's realised what I need to do. Ref, come on. You're taking the mick. All I want is consistency, you know. That's it. Steve, you're not a nice guy, but he scares everyone. It's true, though. Again, for me, it's the consistency. Make your decisions, but can't have a rule for everybody. Free kick, nonetheless, to Arsenal. Ref, watch the pulling. Oh, my days. Saka! I thought it was in. You see, watching games on camera, it fools you. I thought Saka scored. What happened there? Odegaard's delivered it into the box. It's been headed out by Declan Rice. Saka's hit a half volley. It's actually a good block from Souček, and it's a corner for us. They've got a significant physical and size advantage on us, so I don't know what we're going to do from this set piece. Interesting use of zonal marking from West Ham here, boy. You know David Moyes is prepared for these things. Come on, Saka. A good delivery, my boy. Come on, Saks. It's a decent one. It's a very decent one. Come on. Oh, unlucky. I bang it on the goal. We waiting for Martinelli. You snaked it. Oh, swear we got a pen. I ref 100%. I wouldn't lie to you. It's a pen. It's a pen. Hey, Kroenke. Let's get the peas in. Ha, Antonio. Ha. Maybe if you cut your hair, you would have saw, mate. All right, that's harsh, man. But he has turned. He's turned like that, people. He's hit his hand. Don't close your eyes, innit? They tell you in Sunday League, and he came through up that route. You got to take it in the face. Why? You got to be brave there, lad. Martinelli, shake a leg. Please, God, man, allow me. Please. Just a one calm Sunday, please. Please. It's all fun getting the pen. We have to score it. Ref, don't let him talk to you like that. You've made your decision. Ref, you've made your decision. Ref, you've made your decision. Hey, Xhaka, push him, man. Ref, you've made your decision. Why won't they move? Cresswell, you're going to be at Tranmere Rovers after this season. You need to calm down. Come on, Jesus, please. God, man. Not Jesus, not Jesus, please. Please. Saka, you want to take that? He blocked the shot. It's a harsh one, but he's turned. His hands are not in a natural position. He's closed his hands. You sign up for them ones there. When you consider Saka has been carded a lot more than he's been fouled, you know the refs are on. So they're on something, man. I'm bored of that. Right, Saka, you taking the pen? Saka, I think it's a Jesus thing, you know. Please, God, not Saka, though, man. Please. Please, give me some misfortune in my life if it means Saka has to score this. Please. Fabianski, we're Gooners together, you know. We're Gooners together, you know. Once a Goon, always a Gooner. Saka, please. I can't pre this. Follow in, boys. Right, Saka. But this is why I said it's I love you, Saka, but it's a Jesus thing. I hope that don't mean nothing. Oh, Lord God. Jesus should have taken it, man. Being too nice. Keep going, boys. No. Unlucky, Saka. Don't watch that, man. You pulled through for this club 9 times out of 10. It's calm. You're human. It's calm. It's calm. Miss a one penalty. You miss one for the Euros, but you bag the others. It's calm. Let's just hope that don't play any part. You need these things, though. Again, I'm sorry, Saka. Maybe I spoke it into existence, but I just didn't have confidence in you there, you know. Ref. Hudson-Odoi might have scored that. You got to get on the pitch to score, though, man. You still counting pre-assists. Don't talk like Saka had hit double figures. Hudson-Odoi would kill himself, kill anything to live the life Saka has lived. What? Because he bullied under 18s and that. If you praise Hudson-Odoi, Malik, you wanted a reaction. There you have it. Don't ever compare these peasants to Bukayo. Speak if you got him in your FPL, though. This is nerve-wracking, man. Nerve-wracking. Two on to Arsenal, people. Another long throw by West Ham. Gabriel heads clear. My heart can't take this, man. Oh. It's 2-2. That is terrible. I thought it would have been offside. Big up Bowen, really? We have crumbled. Seven minutes into the second half, essentially. Well, my maths is terrible. That's how rattled I am. Yeah, it is about 7-8 minutes. Boy, shades of West Ham. Well, a draw's not good enough today, man. What happened there? Not clearing our lines. What the hell happened there? Holding and Benjamin White playing everybody on side. It's a fantastic. I can't lie. West Ham, that's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's very good street smart play from Bowen. He just hanged off Tierney's shoulder. Tierney holding Gabriel. Oh, man. He struck it into the ground as well. Well, that's that. Not pushing out together. Added hunger. That will to win, that street smartness, boys. Now we're going to see when everything's going wrong. You don't need to show what you're on now. You've missed a penalty. You've bottled another 2-goal lead. We saw how dramatic this game was at the at West Ham's place last year. Boy, now we're gonna learn a lot about you lot and the gaffer. Boy, and it was coming. West Ham have earned that. They deserved that. They've started the second half. Brilliant. Well, it was fun while it lasted, man. Bit harsh to blame Ramsdale, though, man. It's a bit harsh to blame Ramsdale. Very scary hours, lad. Very scary. You did rattle, mate. Boy, you know. What's there to say? If you bottle a 2-goal lead after a great 15 minutes, you don't deserve. Now it's a dogfight. Gabriel, don't look at the linesman to save you against that man mountain Antonio. Right, you better play to the Antonio stepovers. Gabriel, respect us. Tierney hooks. Gabriel's fouled off the ball. Yeah. It's not looking good. Declan Rice. We're in trouble, man. Like, look, they're just passing right through us. We're gonna concede a third here. Bowen. Oh my God, we're lucky. If we don't get back to basics immediately, this game's gonna get a lot worse. Complete shambolic. Our shape is all over the place. Once again, what he said at half time, man. Boy. You already need a miracle to pip City to the title. Is there even a word for more than a miracle? Saka. Could have been different if we scored that pen, but we ain't done enough. Even obviously that's going to be the talking points, but we ain't done enough. Apart from those 2 goals we carved open, what else have we done to score? We ain't done nothing. Now I'm going to see you lot's character if you got any. People always sit there and say I'm negative about our ability to defend. Boys, we've got half an hour, 32 minutes. Benjamin White. I can't lie, it just feels like it's going to get a lot worse. That second goal on it, bro. Tierney, Gabriel, what you man doing? Paqueta shouldn't be allowed out there. Boy, Arteta, you're going to have to change something, man. Because these lot are not following runners. Where's the discipline? This is how you know football, once again, is a very mental game. Because look how different West Ham look. Tierney pass it, man. This is dead, man. Martinelli looks to have gone up front. I can't lie. Trossard, did he not score on his Premier League debut against West Ham? You might need him. Rob Holding wins the header, but who wins the second? Fortunately for Holding, the header from Paqueta is not knocked into the path of it, of the space he vacated. Just need to hold on to the ball. You lot stop doing what you did in the first 15 minutes. All you needed to do is watch the All or Nothing to know how much Upton Park last year dented your aspirations for Europe. Gabby Jesus bundled off the ball there far too easily. He's on a yellow, so he does need to watch it. Paqueta, Bowen, 2 players linked with Arsenal. It's going to get worse, man. Bowen skips past Tierney, tries to skip past him again. Partey, turn on it. Now, the one time I want you to turn. Granite. Jesus were giving it away, man. Martinelli were giving it away, man. Just hold on to the ball. Gabriel, hold on to the ball, man. What are we doing? This is now where I start to get frustrated because you're just giving it back. Like, just get back to doing the basics, what we was doing initially. Declan Rice. playing for a move to Arsenal or Liverpool or Chelsea or United or whoever's linked with him. Man, I hear the agendas, man. Wait, speak out here on the roadside, man. I mean, anyone racially abusing Saka's a donut, man. Come on now. Man, Mr. Penn. Anyone doing that is crazy. We are creating our own problems. Antonio running in the channels. Anyone that plays West Ham in a nice way, they are open book. You know what time it is with them players there. You know what you're gonna get. And if we know that with our limited knowledge at times, Odegaard and White, well, the manager must know this. Thrown it away, man. Not street smart enough to achieve certain things. All of us. I mean, stop showing me Trossard warming up, man. Shout me Sky Sports when the man comes off the bench. Like, keep going, boys. But look like a football team again. Pass the ball around, man. Let's get back to the basics. Party, search and pass. Again, man, this is how I know we've really done something backwards. West Ham's, specifically the back five, are looking competent again. First 15, it weren't that. Gabriel and Tini going for the same ball. Ramsdale knows there's the communication. It looked like Gabriel was asking Ramsdale to come for that. Talk, boys. Talk, boys. Talk, boys. Talk. Two 2-0 up away from home twice in a week. You don't deserve to win no league title if you're going to do this. You don't want it. It might not even be that you won't do it. You don't want it. You ain't got it. If you're unable to win this, you ain't got it. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, that ruggedness, that ugliness. And it feels like a claret goal is pending. Throw into West Ham nonetheless. Smash the like button, folks. Just shows why football isn't one on paper. Long throw in again. Goal kick. Just under half an hour excluding added on time. Boy. Nah, I wouldn't take off Odegaard again, man. Ramsdale in possession. Holding's a weak point, but if Holding's a weak point, why is he doing a lot better than other people? I'm not saying you're wrong, but at the end of the day, bro, like, you signed up for this sort of things when you don't bring certain things into the squad, didn't it? Playing out from the back did not work there. Like, it's a bit like in September going to Old Trafford with Lokonga in the middle of the party. You have to blame yourself. It's 3 against 5 with Arsenal shirts here. But Kyle, it'd be lovely if you made up for the penalty miss with a bit of magic, Saka. Don't overdo it, but it'd be nice. Least we deserve. You party you as well. It'd be nice to find a screamer if you got it. Martinelli, Bandulu skills, but he's calm. Granite. Tierney. Partey. Benjamin White. Gabriel Jesus. Does he find Tierney? It does. Oh, ref. Oh, my God. Jesus is clipped there. Saka, what are we waiting for? Boys, keep going, man. Bowen at both ends. Dynamic. My guy. His teammates have to help him out the net there. Got his studs caught. 233 likes. Can we keep going? Holding deserves respect. Bro, Holding's not put a foot wrong like that. Like, obviously, there's been times against Leeds and Palace where you've seen him stressed. He's had a hand in the goal. He's given, he's looked shaky at times, gave away a penalty. But I think he's playing to the best of his ability. And respectfully to Holding, he's one of them guys now where, and I'm not even criticizing Arteta, it's like, you probably shouldn't be in the fold like that, innit? So it is what it is. You sign up when you have to use them, man. Martinelli puts the corner in. West Ham got the size advantage, making it count. Saka gets his head to it. Courageous from West Ham. And West Ham on their counter-attack, and we are in trouble. Oh, Lord. Well into Saka tracking back, but Antonio is a man mountain. Tini will back it. Antonio's done well, really. Earns a corner. Did it go for a corner or a throw? I'm not too sure there. The camera is not being kind to me. I think it's a corner. End-to-end game. Ooh, Jorginho and Trossard coming on. I'm not too sure about this. I'd imagine Martinelli's coming off. I don't know if he'll take off Xhaka or Partey. So is that going to be Odegaard or is it going to be a position change? Hey. Jesus. We saw a Partey. I mean, you're the gaffer. I'll support your decision, but boy, hope you got a plan, man. Well, been issuing sporting. Boy, Pep's voodoo worked. It's been a great run. Saka. Offside. Thomas didn't train most of the week. That might have something to do with it. Maybe. Just under half an hour, man. Oh my God, Jorginho, Xhaka, the midfield about to get cut. I'm scared. I can't cap. Benjamin White. Jorginho loses it. Well in Jorginho wins it back, to be fair. Ref. Oh, gosh. Jorginho, ref, that's ours. How many? We'll be lucky for a point now, man. Genuinely scared anytime these man go for them. I said I just came to hate Brody. Don't mind me. Fair enough. That made me smirk, man. Ben Rama. Holding Saka. We're deep in our half, though. Man on. Somehow we've got out of there. Oh, Trossard, wavy little flick. Xhaka, come on. Teeny, get round him. Get right. Where's Teeny? Yo, brother. Flying Scotsman, you're not flying right now. Where are you? Meaty for Martinelli. I thought Martinelli could have come off still. Bowen. Nope. We haven't played well long before that equaliser. Almost reminiscent of the Liverpool game. You know, we had a poor last 15 odd minutes, 10, 15. Didn't really come out in the second half on anything. You know, we went forward and got a penalty. Saka missed it, not blaming him. And pardon me, West Ham have got what they deserved. Tini wins the header. Martinelli, flick, come on, man. This left-hand side not offering nothing, Gaffer, man. Come on, please. Smith Rowe, something. Nelson, something, please. Martinelli's jumped off this thing. Tierney's moving mad. This left-hand side is going to cost us. Benjamin White, no foul. That's ours, ref. Let's see him control, man. Listen, I'm not going to get... Bro, he missed the penalties, mistakes. All of these things happen, innit? So, yeah, they're talking points. They're turning points. I'm not going to blame a single player. My problem is, when you remove all of that, did we do enough to win? No, Fabianski had much to do. We have not defended as well as we have. We've allowed, you know, psychologically West Ham to be a bit more inspired and believe they can get something out of this game. This is why it looks a far more even contest. You don't deserve to win the game, do you? We've got more grit and determination, but in relation to that added fight, it's just not there, in my opinion, without trying to criticize us. Yeah, I know we've done it at times, and it's 3 against 3. Saka, don't fuck you up, please. Saka, get up. Get up! Why is Sky Sports showing me highlights of the counter attack? Who cares about the counter attack if it didn't go in? And for Saka, you're being greedy. You're thinking about that pen miss too much. If you're going to be greedy, you're my guy. I've got a lot of love for you. But if you're going to be greedy, you have to put the ball. It's unwritten rules in football. You have to put the ball in the back of the net. Look, the time wasting, all these things coming out. Credit to West Ham, I'll be doing the same. They've shown fight. All the talking points been about Arsenal. They're fighting for their life. And to be honest with you, if there is to be a third goal in this with 20 minutes left, unfortunately for me, it looks like it's going to go to our fellow City neighbours, you know, east side of the river over there in Stratford. Not even Upton Park again. Credit to West Ham. They come from 2 goals down. Players haven't taken heed of last week. You need to be able to go to Goodison Park, Old Trafford, St Mary's, London Stadium, Anfield, and get results. They're not nice places to play at, regardless of what people have to say. And we knew we was playing a West Ham that's form's even improved of recent. Big up Man United. I would watch you lot later, but I don't really care. But Sky Sports needs to show the game that's involved. Holding, man, come on. Get the ball, get the ball, get the ball. You see Paqueta kicking the balls. Next 50-50, someone take everything. I want to see blood in the guy's sock in a fair way. Fine margins, eh? Martinelli, Tierney, Jorginho. Keep going, boys, man. Just keep going. The frustration is that we're not playing to the standards we set ourselves. Trossard, Martinelli. Credit to, you know what you're going to get with a David Moyes team. The shape is going to be there. These men are a point against, allegedly, I don't check the league table, league leaders. They'll take the Odegaard, cute football, but I'm not interested in cute football. There's got to be end product. Trossard, not the best of passes to Martinelli. Be patient, boys. Don't force it. Odegaard, Trossard, Martinelli, Odegaard. Kieran Tierney delivers. Zuma says no. Catman. Jorginho. Trossard. Credit to West Ham shape. It's forcing us back. Arteta looks calm. What does he know that we don't? A lot. That's why he's the Arsenal gaffer. I hope you got an ace up your sleeve, man. But bordering on 4 points dropped in a week. Well, in recent weeks. Holding's not really good enough, but you can't sit here and draw, in my opinion anyways, man just can't sit here and draw out Rob Holding today. It's a scapegoating thing. It's an agenda thing. Holding's not been rubbed today. He's done his job a lot more than certain man with more key jobs to this team, if I'm honest with you. Yes, he's looked shaky, pulled out wide and that, but Holding, by his own standards, he's done all right, man, since he stepped in for Saliba. And again, you're signing up for these things when you have a squad like this. Gabriel, no foul. Remember on the yellow, good foul. Ref, shut up. Come on, Bowen, man. Come on, Bowen. It's theirs, Gabriel. But Bowen, come on. You're jumping on the floor and all these things for no reason. Trossard will score. He looks lively. Well, you got to be near the goal to score, innit? It's great showing for it and being involved. If you're on the left-hand side and they've got 2 banks of 4, there's 20 claret shirts. It's great. Winning, losing, drawing, penalties missed, all these things, I can accept that, but I can't take loss in not learning lessons and lack of discipline. Good embrace from Antonio and Gabriel, both men going for the ball. Biggest 20 minutes of the season. Reality is, you drop points in, mathematically it's not over. It's been over a long time ago for me, but if there's any belief, he's done, innit? At what point do you go and Ketia up front? You got him on the bench. But if you can't win, don't lose. But you've had the last 2 games, you've had the points in your hands like that, and you've let it go. Told man, be wary of a crazy week. You saw the Bournemouth game, you saw the Brighton game, London Derby. Be wary of these crazy Premier League weeks. I do expect United to run riot against Nottingham Forest, but that, based on things, it might not be plain sailing. Xhaka, come on. It's just big up Bakayo. It's clearly not Saka's day, Gaffer. It's clearly not. Do you just put Trossard on the right-hand side and then go Eddie up front? I don't know how long he's got in the tank. I know he's injured and that, but sure. Do you throw Smith Rowe as a false 9? Do you move Odegaard further? Do you bring in Fabio Vieira? Like someone that might just do some magic. 15 minutes left. Shot yourselves in the foot, especially conceding when taking the lead. We scored 11 goals in 76 plus minutes. So maybe something can happen. Don't give up. Keep going, man. But we're not playing to high standards that we set in the first 15 or so. We've got 20 minutes. We'll get 115. Saka should have come off, in my opinion. Nelson, you could, but even that something. I mean, Nelson loves the dramatics. If Arsenal are to somehow nick this game, boy, if there's a game you got to learn from, you got to learn from. Trossard. But this is where it's just going to keep dying, man. Final ball not good enough. Keep going, boys. Georgie's made a big difference. Pick up Jorginho. I wasn't really rating the introduction, but fair play, man. This is why I'll take as a gaffer. He's doing all right. Just with Jorginho, I'm always worried about it that way. Benjamin White's thrown it to Trossard. Skillers. Dispossessed far too easily there. Throw in. Aye. Now squeeze. They got throw in now. Squeeze them. West Ham have been good. You have to give credit to West Ham to come from 2 goals down against the alleged league leaders. They've looked the more likely to score. You have to give credit to them. Declan Rice has shown why he's been linked with everybody. Ref, how long is this throw taking though? City are the worst team to have chasing you because you've got to be perfect and then some. Like you saw with Liverpool. Liverpool were perfect to you. They still found a way. Fine margins. And how many times are you going to keep getting luck? Let's be honest. I say this every week and people sit here and say I'm negative and things like that. Whether we've won, lost or draw, we play in the same way. There's elements that right now have gone against us now and against Liverpool that works for us against United and whatnot. And many a game. Bournemouth and many a game. Oh, here we go. By Tierney. And now Tierney looks done. He looks like he injured himself. We're a very naive team. We're not street smart at all. We're improved our street smartness, but we're not street smart at all. And I don't want to keep saying this because, man, a young it is, but like, you lot played enough games. Some of you have played enough times for your country and all these things. Some of you have seen this enough times this season. I just feel West Ham are going to get a third. Here they are with their corner. I want to be wrong, of course. That was me. I thought I was going to have a stress-free Sunday. Holding clear your lines, man. Just hook it. Why not just hook it? Souček's done well. West Ham pressure relentless. Ball back in by Ben Rama. Surely there's offsides there, ref. Ref, linesman, hurry up. What are you waiting for? And Bowen's chatting crap. Nothing happened to his head, man. All champions fight back. We're not champions yet, though, are we? And you better fight back now. Yeah. 241 likes. Can we get as close to 300 as possible, man? Back-to-back games losing a 2-0 lead. It's got to be the pressure, man. Exactly. It's got to be. But it's also a lot of these things have plagued us. Even if you go back to Brighton away, where we done quite well, and then we started doing nonsense and making the game tougher than it needed to be. Even games against Palace and Leeds, where it's been one-way traffic, we've conceded silly goals. Until we want to crave a clean sheet as much as we want to play Arteta ball and this scoring all these goals, we will not get to where we need to get to. I've said that time and time again. You have to love the dark arts, the ugly bits of the game. Defending isn't just defending. It's knowing when to take the sting out of the game. Near enough, it's completely different. But how we've played so far has been very different, very similar to Anfield. 11 minutes. Not when Rob Holding's going to do that. Like, he's just Saka and inshallah. Like, I know Saka's quick, but you're just smacking it. We're out of sorts defensively, man. Rob Holding's done well to just... Antonio's done put in a shift for his team, as has Declan. Declan's tried skills there. Ref not buying that one. Pass it, Trossard, man. Everyone's right next to him. Well in, Trossard. Fine. Saka, give it back. 2 fouls off the ball. I can't lie. Street smartness from West Ham. Saka. Oh, you can make some changes, man. 10 minutes left. If Eddie's on the bench, like, I'm sure he's not just there for a day out, man. Obviously, changes can harm you, but like you might as well just try a thing now, innit? Martin Odegaard, Trossard tries to find Martinelli. Probably want to see him go for the shot. I love the unselfishness, and this is the thing. West Ham have more experienced players. You could see it with what Fabianski's doing. He's taking a bit longer to take up the ball again. I'm sure when they go and look back at this, West Ham would say we'd have loved to have started the game. Whether they win, it's another thing. But they've come back from 2 goals down in a relegation in a relegation battle, man. Big point, granite. Yeah. Paqueta. Here we go. Important block from Rob Holding. Benjamin White, where are you? Why is Holding engaging? And you're not even covering the space. Oh my God. We're so lucky they've hit the crossbar. Defense all over the place. And this is where I get frustrated. There's no discipline. There's no organization. Everyone just needs to go back to doing their jobs. Very disorganized second half. Oh, well. Well. Big up you lot nonetheless, people. Again, Antonio's hit the crossbar. Seven games remain. Gunners, City breathing down our neck. We need to capitalize. It's been the best week ever for City. Keep winning. West Ham have done them a solid. I want to be wrong, but I said I don't see City dropping points. There's games they could drop points. But still, man, playing like hey, West Ham play like a prime Atletico. You're right. Saka chill. Let Benjamin do it. 8 minutes. Me and what Smith Rowe, Nelson, Eddie, they're all on the bench. Why we're not shooting? You gotta get closer to the goal. That battle Holding is losing his one. Saliba would win because of pace. He signed up for that. Martinelli and Saka both could have been arguably subbed. Odegaard. Martinelli stay on side. Forcing it, Odegaard, man. Come on. Holding well in. Cresswell's been booked. Gabriel. Can't be good for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Jorginho. I can't lie. Newcastle. West Ham are solid defensively. I hope there's some drama today for us, but yeah, bro, we're not even passing the ball. That Benjamin White and Saka. Terrible. Lovely touch from Odegaard. Granit Xhaka in possession. Fucking hell. Boys, come on. Now we're really in trouble. Boys, come on. Thank the Lord Rob Holding put a foot in there. Come on. It looks like Fabio Vieira and Reece Nelson will be introduced. Tierney off. Saka gonna go left back? You know, he's there. Martinelli off as well. Nelson playing fullback or? Bit keen to see what this shape is going to be now. Or are we just saying, you know what, 3 defenders? Elite time wasting from West Ham. I respect it. We should have been doing the same. If we was winning, we should be doing the same. It's these sort of uglinesses. Look at Cresswell. We even walking forward when the ref has said, don't steal an extra couple yards. You've got everything to lose. You go from losing a point to none. You are right, though. 5 minutes, man. Does Arteta risk it or go for it? Probably just need to. Within line what you're fighting for, yeah, but probably just need to run off with a point now, really, if I'm honest with you. Not been at it in the second. I probably just need to keep it moving with a point. Martin Odegaard. Declan Rice been good today, man. Good today. I mean, with a bus case if Saka scored that pen, but bro, what has Fabianski had to do apart from that pen? I'm not doing this one singular moment thing. Reece Nelson. Odegaard. The shot, I can't lie. West Ham defending well. The shot's not there. Doing a great job of just forcing us to recycle it. Holding, be brave. Don't shoot, though. Not that brave. Be brave. Be brave. Forward, boys. Trossard, man on. Welling. Get us out of there. Get us out of there, Trossard. Get us out of there. Welling, Trossard. Oh, skills. Nelson, skills. Delivers. It's cushioned off Saka's head. He's never going to be known for that. We almost do ourselves a disservice by being so good at the start, then being complacent after being 2-0 up. Football's a 90-minute game, and until Arsenal heed that, we're in issues. Fresh legs entering the fray for Newcastle. Stop saying Newcastle, man. West Ham. Cornet is coming on, and it looks like Downs is coming on for West Ham as well. Looks like they're just adding some energy in midfield, and where Cornet is concerned, giving us something to think about. Hey, Gabriel trying to push Mikel Antonio off the pitch. I mean, if I was Arsenal, take your time. But even by our standards, surely there's no drama, man. You can't stand in the rain and complain you're wet. Just have to move on to Southampton. Smash the like button. One love, people. Fabianski been superb all season. He clearly don't watch the Hammers. I didn't say anything about Fabianski. We haven't put him under any pressure, though. Really. Scored 2 goals against him. Great, but he ain't had to make enough saves and that. Arsenal have a free kick. Fabio Vieira, come on, man. Granit Xhaka. Jorginho. Granit Xhaka. Eddie and Ketka. I've got a lot of time for you, man. But and I hope there's something in the storybooks. But really, 88 minutes on the clock. What is Eddie gonna do realistically? I hope so, bro. Benjamin, step! Xhaka is telling you to step. If you're tired, let the gaffer know and come off the pitch, man. Please. What I can't take is losing discipline, and that's what we've done. Odegaard, you can do all them dummies until you're blue in the face, man. Now's not the time for that. Trossard. Wavy, I can't lie, that was wavy little flick. Jorginho. Odegaard. Trossard. Trossard is very good at football, isn't it? Odegaard. He's also very good at, well, you're all professional footballers. Fabio Vieira, you ain't unlocked that yet. You see, you're showing off. Don't, just because you see them man doing the flicks, you're not ready for that yet. Leave that to Odegaard and Trossard. I know you're a skillers, but just keep it basic. You ain't unlocked that yet. You're not in the lineup like that. Just pass the ball properly, please. Nelson, bring that down. Well in. Take him on. To be fair, you couldn't really take him on. You have to credit West Ham. They forced us back and back. At some point, someone's got to go for it. We only got ourselves to blame. Ref, thank you, free kick. Ref, how long's added on, man? We're about to approach the 90. Very frustrating. I can't lie. This game's up there with Everton for me. Not in terms of performance, but in terms of discipline. Odegaard, effing jog off the pitch. Keep having to take the captain off in crunch moments. Come off. So surely that means Eddie up front, Trossard out wide, and Vieira just in the 10. I wouldn't even say all-out attack because you chasing 2 points, you lose all of them. it's not what happened, it's how it happened. I hear that, but fundamentally, right, the results part of the season, like nobody really cares that you drop points. Like, you know, did you win or lose? Nobody cared. Oh, but we dropped 2 points, but we was winning 2-0. No, this draw is nothing. 5 minutes of added on time. This draw on paper is nothing different to all the other draws. When we're doing our season's reviews, we'll sit back and like, well, this draw and that draw, but fundamentally, you know, you're not going to say this was a better draw than the last one. You know, Holden gets his head to it. Fundamentally, every draw counts for a point. Every win counts for 3. There's been sometimes we've been fortunate to win, you know, where we haven't been good enough. And there's been times we've been absolutely superb. Not going to look back and say, well, that was a better victory than that. When you're doing the reviews, yes, but not now. You are right in essence, but this is the result part of the season. All that matters is the 3 points. And in the last 2 games, yeah, I'm being a bit harsh, especially the fact that West Ham are fighting relegation and obviously where Liverpool are concerned, but you've gone 2 goals up. You've dropped 4 points. Assuming it stays like this, there's 4 minutes of added on time. But it's identical as the Liverpool game in the sense of I don't know what team played the last 10, 15 minutes of the first half and what team came out in the second. Corner kick. Just feels like there's more drama. Well, at least it's been a better London derby than when we played Chelsea or Spurs. There's always a WA. If you can't win, don't lose. Let's hope that's the case. Pep Guardiola's licking his lips. Gabriel gets his head to it. No foul, Eddie. No foul. Cresswell, Eddie, he had to foul him. I can't lie to you. West Ham should have a foul. I'll be completely honest. Eddie fouled him, but we got away with it. Trossard, fine. Saka, ref. Okay, cool. You know what? It's the same old logic. West Ham still have an opportunity. 3 minutes left. Cornet. Last thing we want to see is attacking players brought on. For now, punches it in behind for Cornet. No foul, Nelson. Oh my God, I thought that slide. Well, to be fair, West Ham man took it off for the next one, and it's offside. Fair enough. Thanks for that, but fair enough. It looked like a setup, but I didn't really catch what West Ham fella that was. 2 minutes, man. We're just gonna have to accept the draw and move, man. If I'm completely honest with you, Reece Nelson, you're gonna run into a blind alley. I don't think there's quite going to be the Aston Villa or Bournemouth dramatics today. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Keep your thoughts coming. People, don't forget with the game, regardless of how it ends, please let me know your post-match thoughts. So start having a think. And as usual, whether you're an Arsenal fan, football fan, Twitcher or on YouTube, I appreciate all your lot support. Watching the game, watching football is great. It's even better watching it with you lot. Benjamin White stands it up. Eddie's not going to get there. It's falling to Reece Nelson. This is maybe why we could do with a physical number 9. Reece Nelson goes backwards. Jorginho. It's at that point, someone's got to buy a raffle ticket. Jorginho's put a cross in, not really a name on it. And if Fabianski's right, he'll just delay time. Well, that's probably that, man. It's over, man. Perfect. Big up you, man. Happy birthday. It's not on TV. I skipped church to watch this game. Lord save us. Nah. Everyone has come off but Saka. But Saka needed to come off today, man. Have you ever said Arsenal are going to win the league? I don't know. I don't look at the league table. All right. Hey. I don't think so. Gabriel, last minute. Fabio Vieira wanted none of that 50-50. Ref, just end the game, man, because West Ham are about to counter-attack. Stupidity from us. Look, here we are. Delivered. Granite puts a foot in. Nelson, pass it, man. Trossard. 30 seconds. Saka, on his form, should have skipped him out, really, innit? Look, ref has done all of that. Nelson, come out of there. Come out of there, Nelson. Come out of there. But Eddie, I don't want to see you left wing. Hit the byline. I understand you have to, hit the area. Why are you standing near there? I understand you have to provide the width, but there's 10 seconds. The ball has to go in the box soon. Saka, come on, bro. It's not your game today. I love you, but it's meaty. Trossard. And that should be it, really. And that's it. Credit to West Ham. At the end of the day, West Ham fought back from 2 goals down. That's a big, they've kind of turned their form of recent around. They probably, evidently, if you find yourself 2 goals down after 15 minutes, you're not going to be happy, are you, really and truly? But you have to give them their credit. They fought back from 2 goals down. They were the better team in the last 10, 15 minutes of that first half. Definitely the better team in the second half. Antonio hit the post. For Arsenal, capitulated. Second game in a row, gone 2 goals up. I've not walked away with 3 points. Did not come out for the second half. Didn't put Fabianski under any sustained or any real level of pressure. After doing well with the goals, there were some good moments. I think we played with a swagger. We played with an intensity. We did put them under pressure. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it just wasn't for long enough, really and truly. Went 2-0 up, didn't come back with the 3 points. That's the first red flag. Not learned the lessons from the Liverpool game. The next goal is vital at 2-0. And it's like we start well, we do well. There's an intensity. We go 2 goals up and it's done, innit? Like, personally, again, I don't check the league table, as I've said. It's gone. You can't drop these sort of points. Now, again, mathematically, it's not done. Are we probably a bit emotional? Of course, but it's done. It's done. You needed 6 points going into City. The next time City play in the Premier League is against us. The league's been cut. They're going to win. I think they're going to go on a run. We've self-capitulated. That's the worst. If we were just playing to a certain level and it wasn't happening, then fair enough. But we're shooting ourselves in the foot time and time again. And these things that have plagued us in these last 2 games, for as good as we are this season, have harmed us this season. These same elements in this were there at United. They were there in the Liverpool game at home. They were there against Bournemouth. They were there against Brighton. Until we really take heed of wanting to really defend to the way we cut teams open, it's a myth. We have a game in hand in City. They have 70 points. We have 74. Obviously, if they win their game week 31, which is against us by the time their game's rolling, they're on 30, they're on 73. It's about results. In terms of that, I wouldn't say that's our worst performance of the season. Our worst performance of the season is Everton. That's easily the most frustrating game. I felt we lost our discipline. I felt we stopped doing what worked. I felt we was too open on the transition. I feel the second goal was an absolute disgrace. Players are caught flat-footed. Some players are stepping up. Players are losing battles. I will never, players. We didn't ask questions of Fabianski. Saka was poor. You missed a penalty today. Gabriel, you had a good game and you conceded one. I'm never going to get onto these players for that. Again, these things happen. You have to take heed of that. You need to take responsibility. These things change games. But isolated from them incidences, did we do enough to get 3 points today? Undoubtedly, no. We're quite fortunate that we got a point today. Credit to West Ham. Hope you lot stay up in that. Us, meaty. Only thing we done well was score the goals. That's it, really. I don't think players that got chances took it. Arteta, I don't know why. Fair enough. Eddie's not match fit. He's been out for a while, but he's got to be fitter than to play 2 minutes, really. At least Jesus scored. Martinelli got an assist technically. Yeah, man. He didn't do enough. Yeah, we could have scored the goal. Like at Liverpool at the end of the game last week, we could have scored on the counter-attack and just won the game, and the same goals for the penalty, but we didn't do enough. We really didn't do enough. We didn't do enough. And it undoubtedly it's a mental thing. It has to be. It's not always mental because we haven't shown street smartness. Pardon me. We just allowed them to get on top of us. We've gone 2 goals up and the handbrake's gone off. Maybe we're crumbling in relation to allegedly the talking points. Me personally, I don't think the players are sitting there and thinking about City in that 90 minutes. I just think they're a bit naive. I just think I wouldn't say we're soft. We've got a lot more of a hardened shell. But I just think in what's terms of required of where we want to go, the mentality is not quite there from certain individuals. And it's not that it's not there. I just don't think you've got it. I hear people getting at Holding and things. He's done a lot better than a lot of players. And again, who assembled the squad? Got a lot of time for the manager, but you assembled the squad, as we say in August. You need to be prepared for certain players to play 1 game or 38. Capitulated, shot ourselves in the foot, and there's not too many chances you can have a team against a team as elite as City. You've dropped 4 points in the last 2 games. Ultimately, we didn't lose. The away form this season has been great. We've gone to London Stadium and Anfield and didn't lose, but you didn't win either. And it feels like a defeat because it's another one where we've shot ourselves in the foot, a bit like Brentford at home, even though VAR should got involved, a bit like Southampton away. And there's not going to be too many chances. Obviously, every game you lose, every game you drop points, you're going to think you could have done better. Rightly so. But for me, in terms of what I would define as missed chances, I'm not even throughout the season so far. I'm not going to get onto us for our defeat to Man United. Things could have been better in that game. I would say Everton because we didn't turn up. Probably our worst performance of the season. Newcastle, not really. I wouldn't even include Newcastle, even though we couldn't break down the low block. I would say Brentford, regardless of VAR. Southampton, regardless of VAR. Today, regardless of anything. There's been a couple of occasions where you've needed to get the win. You're not going to keep being given these chances. Pep smells blood. The hunters have become the hunted. And I'm proud of my boys. I'm proud of the fact of, I don't check the league table, but in August, this wasn't a thing. But there's a degree of ruggedness. And this is where you need to get the results done. A lot of what we've shown earlier on in the season in terms of getting results and reacting, and even the Bournemouth game, we bust case. A lot of things that saw us draw draw in the last 2 games, that was there against United at home, Man United against Liverpool. If any team there won, lost, or drawn, Liverpool and Arsenal could have complained. Man United at home, if both teams, if they won, they lost, or they drew, they could not complain. These things have been there. They've been there against Bournemouth. And until we really take heed of these things, there's issues. Evidently, the squad. I know Holding's going to sit there and be in for a lot of criticism, but newsflash, we know the man's not Saliba. We know he's not Saliba, and he didn't make a mistake like that. Would they trying to hit it into the channel to take advantage of Ben White and pull Holding out there? Of course, we would do that if we was playing Rob Holding. Holding didn't pick himself today. Holding didn't assemble himself in the squad. It's a bit like Lokonga at Old Trafford in September. You sign up for this because you do not have certain replacements if people get injured. Once again, Holding's one of the better players out there today, really. Tierney didn't take your chance. Martinelli started well, went quiet. Saka, poor today, still my guy. All of them are still my guys. Xhaka not really offering much. Partey come on and then started slow and then got with it, and then he's made a mistake as well. Again, it's not a handball from Rice, but whether it's a handball or not, prevention is better than cure. A bit like, again, Partey did this against United, and 9 times out of 10, man, skip past these players. These things happen. It happens. Mistakes happen. We play football. We watch football. Players are going to make mistakes. Players are going to give the ball away. Players are going to, try a pass, and it's going to be intercepted on the transition. But for me, it's about the discipline. We lost our discipline. We started well, and as the game went on, it started unraveling. That I can take winning, losing, and drawing, all these things. What I can't take is a lack of discipline. We didn't do it out there. I know Arteta didn't send you out there to do these things, and I know you lot will be disappointed. You've disappointed yourselves, and you're making things harder than it needs to be. We've got Champions League football for next season. At least, unfortunately, even St. Tottenham's day has been delayed because we dropped 2 points. It could have been a great Sunday. Credit to West Ham, but I don't want to keep saying it's young, but a bit of it is because we've got a young team. But at the same time, a lot of you have played enough games. I don't want to hear anyone drawing out individuals today. We win, lose, and draw together. You can sit there and say Saka missed a penalty all you want, and yeah, that win would have papered over the cracks. How many times has he stepped up for this club, either scoring goals or whatever? Isolated from that penalty, from the penalty we missed, from the penalty they scored. Did we do enough across 90 minutes? No, we didn't. We was taking too many punches. The only time we was really good is really the first 15 minutes of the game, where you've still got another 70-odd minutes of football, 80-odd, better yet, 85-odd minutes of football. No, man said 85, 75. See, Arsenal's frying my mass. Credit to Bowen. This is where I take your Arsenal. Credit to Declan Rice. Again, maybe Arteta, that's why you want Declan. You saw him nick the ball off Partey. Whether it's a handball or not, Gabriel shouldn't be sliding, and Gabriel and Holding on the wrong side, a bit like at Anfield where Gabriel and Zinchenko. Just before that, Gabriel did well. It happens, innit? But this is the levels, This is the levels, really. We've got a good foundation. We've built some good stuff that we can build on this season, whether it ends the way we'd love to or not. But to get to that next level, you need to be able to see out games. You need to be able to manage games. You need to be able to smell blood, not get comfortable again. These are professional footballers. We're just football fans. We all know 2-0 is a dangerous lead. You either go for that third or you really take the sting out of the game. Credit to West Ham. They were the better team for at least 25 minutes, 30 minutes of that first half, sorry. Second half, a bit like Liverpool. I don't know what team came out. Yeah, I saw some cute passes. I like the cameo from Trossard, but they're not on the field long enough to affect the game. And as I keep saying, unfortunately with Arsenal, the level we're at now, it's a good foundation, but we've shown we can have a game plan, but we can't really tweak things to the level that's required. So credit to West Ham, man. A point is a fair result for both teams. Unacceptable considering the fact of, we were, how many minutes, like 2 goals up? Dangerous. Not too many times you can afford to do that, really. Not too many times. So we got what we deserved. If you can't win, don't lose. We keep a decent record away from home going. We keep a decent record against, in London derbies, but you're 2 goals up. You're not going to let people come into it's Sunday dinner. I know some of you got curry goat, oxtail, chicken, whatever. You got rice and peas, whatever. Someone's not going to, you're not just going to let someone, a stranger, walk into your house and take the food off your plate. That's 3 points. Why did you let West Ham get that? Or a point. Credit to West Ham. 2 goals down, doing what they're doing. For us, point don't help us. You know, we've got 1 more point than we had yesterday. And shameless thing, we can still run bants at the pagan fans because certain man got slapped by Bournemouth and Brighton. Brighton at home allow me, but it's poor, innit? And again, you might say you might sit here and say I'm a stickler, I'm being harsh. That's because football is harsh. You think the world cares that Arsenal haven't won a league title in 20 years? Do you honestly think that Arsenal deserve anything because of how the season's gone? You have to look at fine margins, especially when you've got City breathing down your neck. That's why I keep mentioning Brentford at home. Not they can go back in time, but Brentford at home. Brentford definitely, maybe Man United away based on how we started it. You know, today against West Ham, Liverpool, regardless of if we was taking a point in that game before, and plenty of others, Everton the worst. Today's been our most frustrating performance for me. Everton's been our worst performance because we just were never in it. And you can't go back in time and we can do this, coulda, woulda, shoulda, but this is the levels. We've put great runs of form. We're scoring goals. We're making good moves, but we across 90 minutes and the added level of consistency, this team has several gears to go up. And Arteta even says it, even though we've probably skipped certain steps and certain levels and all these things, we're not where we would like to be yet. So I'm proud of you and what you're building. You know, 2 shaggy penalties, they scored theirs, innit? Unlucky, Saka. Keep your head, man. Horrible penalty. It happens. You've missed a pen today. You miss plenty more in your career. Messi, Ronaldo, them man there missed. Who are you? And how many times has you stepped up? It happens. It happens. But again, regardless of the penalties, scored or missed, did we do enough to win today? We didn't. We didn't do enough. No one can tell me we done enough. No one can tell me we done enough. No one can tell me. At halftime, we've had 4 shots, 2 on target. Great, because we've got 2 goals. They've had 9 shots, 2 on target. Since we scored the second goal, I think I heard Sky Sports say it. Where is it? At around the 20-minute mark or whenever the second goal went in, we had 125 passes to their 26. This is why football's a mental game, because West Ham from that period looked a completely different team. It's like the second goal woke them up. And as we know, once you give a team a little bit of inspiration, it can become curtains. And we did. Yeah, Saka scores, it's a different game. But looking at this thing again, Tierney looks like he's got a slight knock on that from Antonio. He don't clip the crossbar. It's a madness. All this season dreaming of the title only to capitulate. The dream is free. The Arsenal is sold separately. Dream as much as you want. The dream's still not dead mathematically. You know, the very fact that Arsenal's technically, allegedly still being top of the table and Arsenal in the mud, that tells you we've come a long way, man. Really and truly. We're hungry enough. Weren't street smart enough. City's a must win. I don't know, man. I don't want to see, bro. You can feel sorry for yourself, but life goes on. These are the fine margins. Do you want to be good or be great? For a team aspiring for top 4, we have done great. We have done good, great even. If you're talking about fighting for a title this year and beyond, it is. You need certain players. You need ultimately streets. Even the gaffer's got to show better street smartness. They wanted it more. And they're going to want it more than us, bro. Like fighting for a league title, if Arsenal allegedly are doing that, that's a privilege. That's like me having a house, having financial security. Like, oh, what? Should I get a shit swimming pool or whatever? You know, they don't have a house. They're bordering on homeless. They're trying to pay the bills. They're hungry for an extra shift at their job. They're hungry. West Ham mess about. Their reality is relegation right now if they mess about. They're hungry. You know, if I'm there, David Moyes, I'm saying these Arsenal boys are privileged. Bare young boys have rocked up for half a season and they're fighting for the title. We're fighting for our damn lives. Some of us are not going to be playing Prem. Some of us might not even be managing Prem. Declan Rice is cool. You're going to go Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, this club, that club. No everyone can say that. Bowen, chat to Declan Rice. Make sure you come through with us. This is why you're my guy. Unfortunately, you weren't my guy today. But on the balance of things, we didn't deserve to win, bro. Didn't deserve to win. Let's keep it honest. We didn't deserve to win. Sometimes you get away with it. And West Ham more than matched us. At the end of the game, they had 16 shots. We had 11. We had 5 on target. They had 3. We had 72% of the ball to their 28. Now, there is landslides. They had 7 corners to our 2. We didn't do enough. I don't know how I would check it, but I can't imagine Fabianski made too many saves. Yes, there's been times where there was low-level headers into his hands and unless the keeper's moving really mad, it's an issue. We didn't. And it's another team that I know they've rotated, you know, in the league. I mean, in the Conference League. But it's another team that's had 2 games in a week like Liverpool. And it ain't looked like that in the game. So reacting to setbacks is still something. Unfortunately, the club that I love struggles with. But proud of you boys for what we're doing this year. You know. But the only thing is, there's nothing to remember it by. I'm not going to care about this in 20 years. I'm not going to sit there and say, 2023, well, we rebuilt this thing. Use this pain. Use the same way you use the pain of letting yourselves down for top 4. You've gone one better this year. Use that pain. For me, it's gone. If any of you are thinking about it, mathematically, it's not. And maybe there's a bit of emotion, but I've never really believed, you don't know, never really believed certain things are returning to North London this season anyways. It's gone. You needed 6 points. You pray to God West Ham drop points. Now you need to beat City, you know. And as I said last week, man can't just look at the City game. You need to assume you're going to win all of them. You can't account for that. You still got to go St. James's Park. Still got to play Chelsea. Still got to play City, which is a 6-pointer, a cup final before the game, as Pep said. Now it is now. So I ultimately think and have said we'll fall short. But that doesn't mean I'm not proud. It doesn't mean we can't build on these things and, you know, maybe attempt to go one better next year, regardless of what other people are doing. But discipline is more, you know, discipline hurts in life. Discipline hurts. It's very difficult to be disciplined. It hurts. That might mean for some of you not going out, not buying certain things, not having a certain lifestyle. But discipline hurts a lot more, a lot less. As much as it does hurt, it hurts a lot less than regret. Regret, you can't go back in time. We never showed discipline across this 90 minutes. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be sat there in the change room and saying, what if we done this, if we done that? And as we said, multiple games where we could have, but you can't go back in time. It's done. You have to look forward. You have to get that out of your system. Learn your lessons, because there were certain things today you can't tell me you learned from Liverpool because you did the same thing. A mistake made more than once is a choice. Other players trying undoubtedly, but all you can do is prepare for Southampton now and City and what? Southampton, City, no order. Southampton, City, Wolves, Forest, Brighton. These are the games to come. I'm probably missing out a couple. Chelsea, if I haven't made that clear. Yeah, man. Proud of you, look, but that's the league gone. If there was a fight for the league, that's it gone, man. It's gone, man. Finito. You know, at least, you know, we really have progressed, though, because Arsenal fans are going to get bantered about a draw again. You know, I respect it. Me and City got to take at least a point. So I don't care about no pundits, man. Boys bottled it themselves, man. You're all right doing this. Nah, I'm strong. These boys deserve slate. They need to slate themselves. Holden was fine. Saka, Partey, Xhaka were poor. 2-goal leads, and then you stop attacking. Why can't you? Just got to be mature, man. I don't expect my team to go out there for 90 minutes and just go forward. But be a bit street smart. Team of almost. What if Saka scored? What if VAR disallowed the Brentford goal? What if VAR allowed Martinelli's goal versus Man City? What if Martinelli made the pass against Liverpool? Young team, no street smart. I hear that, but like for the young guys, you played enough football to learn to be certain things, you know. And there is experienced players. Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, Martin Odegaard. I know age isn't there, but you've been about. So, yeah, man. Shout out West Ham. They deserved it. They deserve more from the game, man. They deserve more from the game. Exactly, Marcel. Unfortunately. Big up my guys for the raid as well, man. Make sure you're checking them out. Mentality issue. I do think the mentality is improved, but now it's time to just be dogs. Boy, I wanted Europa more than anything. Boy, I wanted the champ. I wanted to be in the champs. We've done that. You dropped points to man that lost 5-1. Yeah. But then we beat you lot in the Man United. So what does that mean? Then you lot have dropped points to silly teams as well. Everyone's beating everyone. How many silly points has Liverpool dropped this season? And then they almost beat us. Anyone can beat anyone, man. DJ, I don't feel sorry for them. They lack that mentality set to kill off games. Nah, man. Is what it is. For me, I'm just not a fan of, you know, you can imagine the inevitable scapegoating and all these things. It's where it gets jarring. Woozy, you're doing too much. Make sure you beat Nottingham Forest, you know. We're leaving with Sam. Pete, good stream again, DG. Shame your lads let you down. Second, listen, winning, drawing, losing comes with football, bro. You know, we're just talking about things. Appreciate you lot as well, man. It is what it is, you know. Again, well, maybe we shouldn't support teams in this country if we just want it. We should all just go to PSG or something if we just want to win every week. But winning, drawing, losing, it comes with football. It's about the performance for me. Of course, if we ran away with the win, it's calm. But Yeah, man. 295 likes, people. Again, this is ridiculous. The goal was 100. Again, you lot have hit the like button and then some. And appreciate all of you lot on Twitch. Xhaka not involved this game. Crazy, man. It's hard to take. They're going in a good direction, but not there yet. Man City next week is scary now. Scary now. Scary now. Scary now. Like, you're damn right. It's scary, but scary now. It's been scary. Been scary. And that we talk about fine margins. It's because of games like that. Like, prior to the Liverpool game, all right, maybe not, it applies to today, but prior to the Liverpool game, there was games where we got away with certain things. Against Liverpool, you're not going to get that. Against City, that, you know, there was little mistakes that we make. Mistakes happen in it, but you're not going to get that. That's why I'm so focused on fine margins, because when you play certain teams, it is what makes or breaks it. Like, we look at the game at the Emirates, because we're playing them away from home. We matched them. We were good. It's only really and truly two stupid mistakes from Gabriel and Tomiyasu, not to blame them. But that happens. Do you think we lack leaders? No, I wouldn't say we lack leaders. We need players with that dog in them, man. It's like the blind leading the blind at times, man. Technically, this game can be forgotten, but City is a must-win. Brother, must-win and City. I'm not saying, you know, the impossible can't be done. I'm sure Leicester, if I remember correctly, there was not exactly the same, but I remember there was a game where, ironically, Mars has joined them now in Leicester's winning season, where they completely turned up against City. But maybe it's to make the Premier League a dramatic one. I don't like that. If I was a team aspiring to win a league, if I was a team trying to stay in the league, miracles are there to happen, and weirder things have happened in football. But if I hear City a must win, I have to beat City. You might as well start preparing your funeral, really and truly, innit? Arteta has to take all responsibility for our loss. Everyone in that team. We don't win, lose, or draw together. I mean, alone. So we do this together. There's if we draw a game, it's not oh, you lot were good, but whatever. We're all in this together. There's not a single person that can leave London Stadium connected to Arsenal and say they couldn't have done better today. Simple as that. The gaffer, the players, we all do this together. It's either united we stand or divided we fall. What is this? I know football's emotional, but we don't do this. We're brothers in arms. And Arteta can take responsibility. He's a big reason as to why this is effing even a thing now anyways. Yeah, like with Saka. Saka's got to hold his licks today, go back on Monday and put work on them pens and that. How much times have you saved us? Allow it, man. I know football's emotion. I'm not saying you. People going to do the scapegoating thing, but that's dead. This is why I tune into this channel, because DJ always talks sense. I'm not sure about that, but nonetheless, one love, man. As a Spurs fan, even if Arsenal don't win the Premier League, I still respect. I appreciate that. I can't say the same with you lot, but yeah, this is why I was never confident winning the league. We just don't have the dogs, man. What's wrong with our defense, boy? It's crazy, man. We did do enough. Defense was just a shambles. We didn't do enough. We didn't do enough. We had 3 points. We didn't. How many saves did Fabianski make? How many saves did he make? How many saves did Fabianski make? How many times did you see Fabianski or Fabianski's defense under sustained pressure? We didn't keep the balls out the back of our net. We didn't score enough goals, regardless of the pen. How many chances? We had some great attacking moves for them 2 goals. How many of them did you see? In the second half, how many times did we win the midfield battle? We lost our discipline. Our first attacker is Ramsdale. Our first defender is Jesus, whoever's through the middle. It's not just our defense. And if it is, again, collectively, this is where we're at now, really. It's not. That just sounds like coping, man. Bro, everyone say they're happy if Arsenal don't win the league, so you want City to win again. Why? I'm not saying I want City to win the league. If Arsenal don't win anything, I don't really care. But I don't know why fans do this. Like, why, if you support any club, yeah, and this just goes for any fans, why do you give a flying monkeys what other fans have to say? Obviously, I'm not talking about banner agendas are going to run, but if they want you to or not win the league, why do people care? Like, people, as they say, they're not watching other things and then just focus on things that are irrelevant, man. It's mad irrelevant, man. Listen, I can only be accountable for myself, man. Will this season be considered a failure if we don't win the league? Since I wouldn't say it's a failure, but there's nothing to show up for, and it's an opportunity missed, essentially. DG, I just tuned in. You must be so disappointed like the rest of us. What's your overall thoughts? At this point, I think I've offered all of them, really. Jurgen took responsibility for the rubbish play. Yeah. Everyone takes you lot will lose to City. You just have to try a thing. If somebody... Oh, sorry, I missed something. Wait, one sec. Can you lot still hear me on Twitch? I just got an alert. Twitch, am I still active on Twitch? Well. Just out back in the squad for you, DG. Yeah, well, Southampton, I mean, you could be either Saka or Martinelli. I don't think Saka will get taken out. We can still win the league if we draw versus City and win all other games. Listen, big up you lot, but sounds crazy. I said it before, man. You know, as much as I love what Zinni is doing, it's going to get clocked. You can't just rely on your left back. You need to have that as an enhancer. 309 likes. You lot are amazing. No, you know what, DG, you're absolutely bang on. A good positive is that this result this season is awful. Shows how far we've come. A couple seasons ago, we're taking man's hands off for a draw. Team is still maturing, a way to go yet before they are prepared to withstand pressure of a stretch run, especially when leading. This is how they learn. You got to learn, man. You got to learn like this, man. The circumstances, 2-0 leads, it's a bottle. Boy, there's no way you can sit there and say Arsenal bottled this season. I mean, on the basis of it becoming a talking point, something that is attainable, targets adjust and things like that. Of course, it's a very big missed opportunity. You know, Arsenal could be doing this next year. Other people could be back, and we never know what's going to happen. But I wouldn't say it's a failure. That weren't the plan in August. The minimum was Champions League. We sat here and got it in April. What I would say is an issue is that as good as this season's been individually and collectively, there's nothing to show for it if you don't win a Europa League where that you're not able to do that. Win a Premier League where I personally think that's a myth. I've always thought that's a myth. This is why we play coy on that. I want to be wrong of 100%, of course. What else? Europa League out, FA Cup out, League Cup out. You get it. So there's nothing to remember this in 10 years from now. Appreciate you lot for letting me know I'm still on Twitch. Done good. I mean, you're allowed to believe you can win the league, not win the league, whatever. I just don't think we have it in us. We've got that naivety. Mistakes happen, but we're prone to mistakes. As much as I love my players, we're prone to errors. Even goals we concede. A lot of players. It's not a scapegoating thing. Sometimes the pressure cookers get into us. And this is where a lot of you lot have been waffling about really just one competition a week. And you're still seeing the issues. This man said sell Saka. Can't say I agree, but respect your opinion, man. Love what they're doing. Jesus subbed off too early. By then the game's done, isn't it, really? It's just street smartness, and I just feel it's like a train hits us. Like it's like some players fight, some players get shook. And that's why you need Jesus. I'm not giving up. Wait, it's City, isn't it? It's not even that I'm giving. It's Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. Miracles are there to happen. Weirder things have happened in football, but pardon me, I don't like that. I don't share that optimism that saw some Arsenal fans relying on Leicester to beat them last night, or relying on Norwich to somehow beat Spurs on the last day of the season. Certain players need to rise, man. What do we need to do to win the league now? Do we need to win all games? I don't think so, but you make the margins for error less and less. City with a game in hand of 3 points behind, and the next game they play in the Prem's against us, they're sitting there. They know what's to play for, man. They've been here before, so lovely season. Need something to show from it. I don't think Saka should have took the pen. I thought Jesus should have, but if Jesus didn't fancy it or Saka's the designated pen taker, fair enough. But that's where, and I do like the fact that he would share it. But that's where I need Jesus to say, "Bro, Saka, I rate your thing. You're doing your thing for England and Arsenal. But listen, I've been at City. This is me. This is what I was bought for. Let me step up, do my thing." So, I mean, if that's the designated pen taker, why not? But then again, I don't know because Saka technically, I don't forget, because I think when Jesus got a pen against Leeds and Odegaard gave it to him, Saka went on the pitch in it. So it's a myth, man. Air fry, that's cool, right? You know, and it's fundamentally we wouldn't have this in it if we didn't bowl them. To be honest, as a United fan since the early 90s, I like how Arsenal's improved. Hopefully, you lot can keep the talent, add on to it, and not sell. I was a little worried how many players allowed the game to go by them. Xhaka wasn't keen. Saka needs the rest. Martinelli on the sides chewing gum most of the game. And this is where I say, for me, harsh decisions got to be made. I love a lot of these players, but we're not going to get to a certain level with certain man playing week in, week out. It's harsh. It's very harsh. I love Xhaka. I think he should still be a week in, week out option, but you need that midfielder. It's another game where if you had another 8 or 6, maybe a tall striker to be a bit more thingy, it's calm. Arsenal's first time in 4 years finishing above Arsenal. Finishing above Tottenham. That's great. They got to chase 20 odd years, mate, really and truly. And they've only got to take our captain on a free transfer and win the league at our ground. That's great. You know, I'll accept banter, you know, from Liverpool, from Man United, from Chelsea, from clubs of that stature. But don't you ever with your dirty, stinking mouth try and run Bants if you do the Spurs thing. I will accept it from the drillers, teams that have done stuff, teams that are hallmarks. Spurs, Leicester finished above us, mate. Is what it is in that regard. Lost it, man. Not always Saka needs a rest, allow that. Bro, it's not arresting. It's not. Where's the rest? It's not arresting. You didn't play bad because you need a rest. It's always a rest, and we're young and all these things, and it does play a part. We lost because we weren't street smart. Man don't need rest. Man don't want to play. They want to play, sorry. Other than Arsenal, City's hardest game left is maybe Brentford or Brighton. I'm worried as an Arsenal fan. For me, it's just City probably got that calmness. They've been here before. Experience can be overrated, but it can't be overstated. And it's not like with Arsenal, you look at us, you know, Arteta's never been there as a player fighting for a league. Pep has, you know, that's one. You know, I'm sure both have surrounded themselves by that quality. He's never been surrounded by that. You know, with Arsenal, the experienced players, and I don't believe this because when you go through the different layers of experience, there's several players that are experienced within this Arsenal team. But you know, on a lazy one, Partey, Xhaka, top of my head, couple of others. You look at City, away from the ability, just the sheer experience of the individuals. Bernardo won a league trophy before he even went City, done it at Monaco. Mahrez, Leicester, you know, Kevin De Bruyne have been there for time. You know, even a young Foden's been exposed, and there's several other examples to that, people. So yeah, man, you know, the very fact that this is a talking point, I'll have it, but it's an L today, man. It feels like an L. But credit to Liverpool last week, credit to West Ham this week. You know, you've dangled a carrot in front of them, they've eaten that. Really. Yeah, man. We need to learn. We're getting back into that nonsense of kind of half being at it for periods. Some Arsenal fans that I know said it was one hand on the trophy with an Anfield win. I can't speak for my fellow brethren, but all I can do is be accountable of myself. Like, and you lot know my position on these things. We need another team. We miss Saliba, but we do love a carrot. We miss Saliba, but it's always the guy that's not. There's been times we've done dumb stuff with Saliba in there as well. Like, it's always the guys that are not involved. Whatever people have to do to cope, I hear it. Whatever people got to do to cope with this, with the shenanigans, it's great, innit? But players are gonna be missing during the season. Players are gonna be injured. These things are going to happen. It's always the player that ain't involved. That's the golden one, really, which I'm not discrediting. Of course, City are superior, you know. Of course, we know that. But that's the obvious, though. That man for a man, if we, unfortunately, and it's not a disrespect, if we did a City and Arsenal combined 11, there's not too many Arsenal players that are going to really can talk to it, really and truly. And that's not a disrespect. We need world-class players who are ready to step up in these situations. Xhaka was a goal. Odegaard gets criticism, but he doesn't hide. Try the thing, but it's a myth. None. Saka defo gets into it. But I hear you, man. You're allowed your opinion. And, you know, if certain man get the drugs that them City players do, they're in there. Oh, right. You don't even follow me. You're a troll account. Get out of here, man. Just by reading it. We need a 9. I believe so as well. A different profile, but I hope replay of last season is not coming into play again. It is. They warned us. Prevention is better than cure, man. We don't take lessons. there you have it, man. What's going on with Arteta's subs recently? I mean, he's assembled the squad. Then you look at the subs, when there's not really anything that really is going to impact you big. With the greatest of respect to everyone on the bench, and especially Trossard, there's not really them in it. Like, we just have to maneuver, really. Like, it is what it is. I did think the subs, Eddie and Nketiah should have come on definitely with more than 88 minutes to play. For me personally, Trossard should have come on 10 years ago. I understand Jesus is working his way back from injury, but I felt Jesus again could have stayed on and maybe Trossard out wide for either Martinelli or Saka. You're relying on the wild cards of Fabio Vieira, Eddie Nketiah, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson. Probably have to. It's a bit harsh, but extend that to Smith Rowe. I don't understand the reluctance to draw for Smith Rowe, a player that, if anything, showed last season as well as starting week in, week out, that he's a super sub as well. So I'm not going to criticize Gaffer in it. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But if I'm asking questions of myself as a person, of the players, then naturally I have to do the same there in it. Brentford won't be a tough game for City. They'll probably be sitting ninth with nothing to play for. And they have the depth. But despite that, we've been shooting ourselves in the foot. I'll take Ivan Toney tomorrow, mate. Yeah, no, the drop-off, you're right. The drop-off from Holding is mad, but I don't know about you, and I'm not discrediting it, but like, we know what we're at with Holding. Like, the club, I'm not expecting the club to sign everybody, but we know what we're getting with Holding. Not that he's been the worst player since he's come into the lineup. We know what we're getting. The same way we praise the club's 1-0 to it should have been 1-0 United already. The same way we praise the club for the recruitment, we have to ask questions. When you're rocking up to Man United in September with Lokonga as your false nine, as your centre mid, you haven't done something in the transfer market. And that's because we were fighting for Douglas Luiz and obviously Caicedo in the last two windows. We signed up for the squad. Arteta and Cole assessed this team. And we know it's a project and a work in progress. But for me, if anyone's part of your 25-man squad, they need to be used for game week 1 or 38 or potentially. And that's where you're at. Can't rely on other teams, man. Haaland versus Holding, long day, bro. Saliba, get ready, man. This is, bro, no football games are easy on paper. This is why I keep saying to you, look, don't look at City, don't look at Southampton, look at what's right in front of you. Good season, but the last few performances still show where the first 11 can be improved, unfortunately. David commented the stream. You said it there. There's a lot of good building blocks, but we're just not there at this moment. And that's not a bad thing to say. Like, what's wrong with saying that? Like, seriously. I don't know why Smith Rowe weren't drawn for, because Smith Rowe has shown that he had a great season last year, but he's also showed that we don't really have super subs like that. Trossard was done it for a sec. Last season, for all the goals Smith Rowe scored, and I don't have them to hand, there was a couple of times he was coming off the bench and being a super sub. We need that. Shocking that Pen Sakari is done. I mean, Saka's missed 2 professional penalties and we'll miss a lot more and score a lot more. I hear you missed it, but I mean, we can make points without overdoing it, can't we? Saliba definitely missed. But we signed up for that. I can't get mad at Holding. Obviously, everyone gets praise and critique, but you didn't sign yourself. It's not your fault we didn't sign another centre back. It is what it is, isn't it? Like, I can't draw you out. Like, I can't sit here and just draw you out. Now, he missed his penalty. It happens. The only penalties that are not missed are the ones not taken. He missed it. But again, you minus Saka's goals and what he's been doing for this club. We're not in this shout. So I'm not going to accept that with Saka. You missed your pen. You hold your licks. You weren't in the game anyways, Bukayo Saka, and that's the second week. But I'm not going to draw you out for missing a pen. You need to learn from it. Go and do your practice. But come on now. Really? He can do what he wants, Ring. I don't care about that. And he missed one for Arsenal. And he'll miss a lot more and score a lot more. Come on now. Like, these are fine margins go against you. And yes, if he scored it, we could have ran away with things. But what did we do beyond that? Sometimes you get out of jail with these things. Other times you don't. So if we're going to do this agenda nonsense, I hear it. Do what you need to do. But for me personally, I'm not going to kill a man for missing a penalty. You showed the bollocks to step up. I would have preferred Jesus to have bagged it, but can't have it all in this life. Hindsight's a beautiful thing. We've improved on the basis of last season. The very fact that we're frustrated about this shows it, but you just need to go. And again, even if injuries are a moment as for us choking, as much as I love Arteta, you've seen this movie before. You've seen it last season. You saw what time it was with Spurs away. Newcastle away, probably another one, you know. And we saw last season, actually, a couple of squad players came in and did quite well, as they've done this year. But when the romance goes, when it's just 9 games and you need to get a job done, players, unfortunately, are going to show their limitations. That not everybody can be on this journey in certain roles that they're in, man. Crazy. Fine margins indeed, bro. Besides football, hope you're good, man. G. Love from China. Shout out the Chinese, or shout out you if you're not Chinese, but you're in China, man. Don't hear China watching, man. I don't know who should take pens. If Saka's the penalty taker, it is what it is. I remember Odegaard, I don't think Saka was on the pitch at the time, but Jesus got fouled. Odegaard took it off him and then said, you know what, you do it. I would have preferred Jesus to... I thought Jesus wanted to take it, but if you're not the penalty taker, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, humility in that. But if Jesus took it and missed, which I don't think he would, where would we be at with that? DJ, are you still confident we can do this? Where did I tell you anything? I don't look at the league table. What is confidence? Confidence is a man-made construct. In many ways, how do you define confidence? You know, I'm confident in my abilities to wake up every day and strive for perfection and be better than I was yesterday. If that's what you're asking, the Wenger handbook is right out. You're probably looking at your screen like, the hell is this guy talking about? He's tweaking. Exactly. Shout out Top Lee. You've heard that same line earlier times. Saw the same result play out on my head yesterday. Exact way of going 2-0 up and bottling it. These things happen in the game. It hurts more when it's your team. It happens, but what I don't like is the fact that it's 2 weeks in a row. Everyone's a cold penny taker today. Miss. Exactly. Salah's missed. Salah will miss more and back again. I'm not saying that Saka is better than any of these, but Salah, Henry's missed. Henry's missed. Henry has missed. If Henry can miss, R9 has missed. Messi has missed. Ronaldo has missed. Do you mean I've seen Ronaldo miss a pen in a final? Obviously, his team won it. That's a ball. Sancho should be in here. Keylor Navas, that's horrible. This game's fairly end-to-end, completely off topic, really. It's been a good week for football. You'd imagine United completely moved to Nottingham Forest, but it's fairly end-to-end. Just come on TV. Yeah, everyone's cold, bro. DG waffling throughout the season on Rance's streams. Well, as I said, big up Rance. As I said on that, I don't check the results, just game by game. And that's one thing that annoys me about content creators. Not anyone, but it's like some of you lot just want me to say mad things that I don't believe. If I believed Arsenal were going to win a league title, if they were fighting for it, speaking in general, I'd say it. But I know my club, like, I'm not going to say nonsense. You lot just care about getting your clips. I'm never going to lie to you lot. I don't know about you, anyone else, but I don't ever want to come off a live stream like, damn, I feel like a wallad, That performance was unforgivable. Complacency all over the pitch. Poor bottling the whole second half as title contender. As I said, bro, I'd say Everton was our worst performance of the season. That game was our most frustrating, performance of the season, if that makes sense. That's what I would say for myself. I can only speak for myself. Arsenal outclass. Well, again, you can't outclass man for 30 minutes. You're right, man. Boy. Bit harsh. A man's calling Arteta a sabotager. Come on, man. Come on. I know we're probably running backs, but come on, man. Let's stop the foolishness now. You really don't think Arteta would want to win a Premier League title if he could? Do you know how much you've completed Premier League manager life? Like, quickly. You really think he wouldn't? Even if it was, God forbid, if it was to flop completely for Arteta beyond that point. The very fact that people say, well, he's a proven manager, Premier League winner. Come on, man. I understand it, but come on, man. Sometimes in life, we have to stop and think, Big up you lot, though. Win, lose, draw, Arsenal fan, whatever, Twitch, whatever. I appreciate you lot tuned in, Twitch gang. Tomorrow, obviously, I'm going to be in the process of DMing people. I think Tuesday will definitely be live at 2 p.m. with Mwamba. Wednesday, I've got an Arsenal live show. Tomorrow, we'll definitely be live at 11:30. I'm going to watch the game again. I'm sure 11:30 and 3:30. And then we got Football Manager. Pardon me, if I can remember correctly. So yeah, man, content. Make sure you're subscribing, you're hitting the like button, you're turning on your notifications and all of that good stuff. Should we do player ratings? Again, I'll probably change them when I watch the game again. Games like this, it's important. Ramsdale, Palm 6, man. I can't ask Ramsdale nothing else. In fact, I give Ramsdale a 7. I remember you made a vital save in the first half. I'll leave Ramsdale alone. I think your distribution was all right. First time round, I can't say you could have done better for the 2 goals. I don't think there's many things for the analytical team to go over where Aaron Ramsdale's concerned. Maybe the team could have collectively done better for the goals. But a 6 plus, I give him a bonus point because I remember not the Antonio save. There was one where he tipped it. I give Ramsdale that. Ben White, I think you did well today. Really, I'll give you a 6. Holding, I'll give you a 6. Gabriel, you let yourself down for the penalty, so I'll give you a 6. Again, it's them moments that let down Gabriel. He has good games and then does BS really and truly. Tierney, it's about a 5. Really, I think you went to sleep in the second, but I'll give you. I don't think you took your opportunity. Obviously, you're still being asked to play this inverted role where we missed Zinchenko. Well, I think you did all right in some aspects. You made one thunderous slide tackle, but yeah, man, you didn't take your opportunity. So yeah, Tierney 7 for Ramsdale, 6 for Holding, Gabriel, and Benjamin White. 5 for Tierney. Who else is there? Granit Xhaka is at the back 5. Yeah, Xhaka, I think just about a 5. I don't think anyone's at 4s and all of these things, but I did demand a lot better. I think some players started very well and then fizzled out. Just about a 5. Odegaard, 6. You scored. You know, you don't hide. You played some sexy passes, but I'm wanting a bit more from you in that regard. Partey, I'd say just about a 5. You played some very good passes, but you started the game rubbish. Then when we settled, you kind of looked wavy. Then you went to doing dumb stuff, and you have to hold yourself accountable for the goal in it. You was lacking in it. Like 9 times out of 10, you pop it over Declan Rice's head. This is the one time where you didn't. You need to be street smart. You're one of the most experienced players in the team. I'm sure I could be wrong, but I'm sure he was there at Atletico when they won the league. Again, you're one of the most experienced players for club and country, so you need to focus even more. So I'm disappointed with him and Xhaka, if I'm honest with you. But I don't think anyone was terrible. Saka, kind of dead today, just about a 5. You know, elements of on another day, Tierney, Saka, you might get 4 still. I'm not even caring about the penalty mistake. I just think your decision making weren't good. I feel when Saka missed the penalty, I think he was trying to overcompensate a bit too much in that second half for me. Like there was one aspect we countered attacked and Saka 9 times out of 10 gets his head up. I feel if you're not going to pass and assist, you have to score. He did neither. I don't think anyone was a 4, but by Saka's own standards, it's a 4. I would like, if I was being a bit harsh, I'd Partey, Saka, Tierney, I need a lot more. Holding, I'd probably rank you a lot higher because expectations are adjusted. I don't expect much from Holding, really, respectfully. So Saka 5. Martinelli, just about a 5. You know, went missing in the second half, if I'm honest. Jesus, you bagged. I'll give you a 7, man. I can't ask you to do much more. You worked your socks off, really and truly. So 7 for Ramsdale, 6 for White, 6s for White, Holding, Gabriel, 5s for Partey, Xhaka, Tierney. Them 3 are probably the more lower 5s. Tierney's bordering on a 5, 4, 6 for Odegaard. I feel bonus point. Martinelli, lovely 5. Not Zinny, Jesus 7. We did miss Zinny. Who am I missing? That should be the starting 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. In terms of subs, Fabio Vieira, NA really didn't get to grips with it. Trossard, I'll give you a 5. You put yourself about. There was not much you could do. You know, for what we wanted you to do, you looked alive while, but we weren't really offering much. Nelson, 5 for minutes played, but nothing. All of them 5s for the minutes played, but out of all of them, Trossard made his mark the most. Nelson offered an avenue. Fabio Vieira didn't see much, but none of the players had enough time to really impact the game. By then, the game's kind of dead. Eddie, again, NA, bit anonymous. And if there was a 5th sub, then, boy, I don't know. There's no way we could have used 5 subs. Oh, yeah, Jorginho. To be fair, Jorginho, give you a 5. He was probably the best set out of the guys that play in the pivot. He was probably in the minutes you played a lot better than a couple players today. So forgot about Jorginho. You know what, Jorginho, Trossard, you did well. Eddie and Nelson did all right. Fabio probably the most anonymous out of the subs, but really no one influenced the team really and truly. So it is what it is in that regards. Credit to West Ham if I haven't made that clear. Big up you lot, man. 338 likes. We're moving crazy. I appreciate you lot. So yeah, that would be my play ratings. What have you lot said? That would be that essentially. So yeah, man. Only way Saka doesn't take pens if we have a bagsman up top. Boy, we need clips. What clips for? We gotta be ready for the belt. Banner's banner, man. Banner don't faze me, man. 2 points from 6 is gone, bro. Well, I tell you, look, pattern up. You're a better man than me. I can't lie. If my team did that second half, I'm giving 3s and 4s. It's emotional, man. Like, if I feel someone's got a 3, then I give them a 3. But it's like, I can't let my emotions just take me away and make me say nonsense, really and truly. You know, really, if anyone was to get 4s, Tierney, because I got big expectations for you. Saka, because you've given big expectations. Martinelli, you started well for your own standards. Anonymous in the second half. The only ones I really would leave alone probably be Jesus and Ramsdale. I probably both could have done better, but I really asked them nothing to do with that. Partey is probably the most frustrating out of them because you're too much of a quality player to go through these flushes of form. Like, again, he started shaky, giving the ball away. Then he kind of got with it when the team was getting with it. Then he didn't kind of recover from that. Really. 3's over there, man. Not a single player's a 3, bro. Saka needs a break. Bunda penalty, 3 versus 2. How can he? This was it. I mentioned that as well. That's where I'm more peed off. Love for the super chat. That pen was devastating. I remember back in the days when Sanchez missed a pen, he used to go try hard to score, and Saka feels like he doesn't care. A bit harsh because I love the super chat. If anything, I think Saka was overcompensating way too much after he missed that penalty. It happens. He's trying to do too much. I'm going to say he was awful, very frustrated. I don't think anyone was awful. Frustrating is the word, man. You keep hearing me refer to. It sounds sad, but I think, Saka, forgive me, but you lot heard me during the live stream. I just didn't feel, I don't know. Saka gave me nothing to not be comfortable with, but yeah, I just thought what's going on there, man. Really. Hey, if you can't win, don't lose, and we did that. But fundamentally, you've taken the lead and had a great start to a couple of games, and then shot yourself in the foot, man. Like, you can't really do that if you want to be serious. So yeah, man, it is what it is in that regards. Love for the super chat once again. How long have we been here for? We've been here for close to 4 hours, people, and I'm doing this off just eating a chocolate bar for breakfast. So with that being said, I'm gonna go get some food, man. I appreciate you lot for tuning in, people. Without you lot, this would be dead. Don't forget to turn on your notifications and reminders. There will be some post-match reaction videos and all of these things coming out. But on that note, you lot stay safe, stay blessed. I'm gonna love and leave you lot, man. Again, winning, losing, and drawing. It comes with football, don't it, people? We had to start early, man. They've been here for 3-4 hours. You know, I come at an hour before kickoff. Make sure you're following on all the socials. Appreciate you lot, man. It's been fantastic. You know, it's one thing watching football. It's another thing watching it with friends and family and fellow followers of football around the world with myself, man. It means a lot. I can't lie. And this Nottingham Forest Man United game looks absolutely crazy. But yeah, you lot stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you lot soon. Don't forget Tuesday, Wednesday's Champions League. So we'll be doing watch-alongs for that. Make sure you're checking that out. I'm out.
I get this right back to
man.
There's always just that active when defenders have been given like. That's